Did you see that girl who said fighting games are bad?
Which girl?
She had a smaller Twitter following. She just made this like long thread about why fighting games are bad, and it was just the most like ignorant, like I don't know fighting game shit.
Oh.
She claims it was like, but then also in her bio she says I hate fighting games.
Okay.
Or no, in her bio she's like I suck at fighting games, and I'm like, why are you playing fighting games then? Why are you even talking about them?
If you suck at them, like, be like Nathan, who sucks at fighting games but gets why they're fun.
I really like to watch people play them.
I like to play them. I'm just bad.
Yeah, I also like to play them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like the thread is gone because I'm not seeing it anymore.
Oh.
But
screen capped it. That would have been good.
You know what? I might have because I got in a long argument.
But don't give her at just so that people don't.
No, like if they wanted to find it, they probably could if it's still there. I might not have just liked the tweet and just like screenshotted it. So, anyways, she said that if you could literally be, I just have the thing from when me and Anthony were talking about it.
Okay.
You could. She claims that you could play a fighting game.
Yeah.
And you could practice as much as you want, but as long as some other guy knows the buttons better than you, you'll lose. Like if you
then you haven't practiced well enough.
Yeah,
if you can.
She claims that if you can learn a 50-button combo, you win. Just buttons, by the way. She claims that it has
how combo works.
Yeah, she claims it has nothing to do with the stick. It's just buttons. And I'm
That's
like,
not even true.
There's neutral.
Footsies?
I think isn't footsies a part of neutral?
Yeah.
Spacing,
zoning.
Yeah, but then so also at the beginning she said the word
knowing your specials or like knowing how to do like for example like in a lot of Arxis games like there are a lot of like high risk high reward one hit kills in especially like Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Right?
Or Sam Show.
Sam Show has that too. High risk high reward one hit kills are fucking big. Like any weapon fighting game with weapon deterioration is going to have like additional skills required.
Yeah.
Getting good at a fighting game is about, honestly, the thing that you need to learn more than anything else, more than buttons, more than combos, more than like even like zoning and neutrals, is like knowing what the other person is capable of and what, like the idea is, you know, if you play rock, paper, scissors, right, and you're playing against somebody who's like not good at rock, paper, scissors, right, you know, if you both, if you go rock, then you one turn, the next turn somebody might just go scissors because they think you're gonna go, or sorry, if you go paper one turn and then you like the next turn somebody might go scissors because they anticipate you being paper, so then you go rock because you're trying to outthink them. That's fighting games.
Yeah.
That's what a fighting game is. It's you're doing something, you're trying to anticipate somebody's reaction to doing something and do something to counter that reaction, and you're trying to do that like 50 times a second. Right? Yeah. That's fighting games. That's pretty much any competitive game, honestly. Is anticipating reactions.
I found I found the person. I'm on their Twitter account. I'm looking through, and she's just sitting here going like, game's stupid. Like, you guys are all dumb for caring about this. And it's like you just attacked an entire genre with a huge community, and you're being like, "Ha! I was right. Y'all zero pussy motherfuckers." Said okay. Started it by saying fighting games are categorically bad. They're unenjoyable, brain poison that punishes you for missing an arbitrary 50-button combo and has the single worst character movement of any video game genre.
What?
Every movement button either completely changes your move or gets misread. Imagine making a
This person is talking about Smash Brothers.
No, they aren't. They really aren't. Because imagine making a non-platformer game.
Yeah.
Smash is a platform fighter.
Yep.
Where jumping side to side is the most precise way to get around, and God help you if you want to attack and move. Zero people are actually capable of the kind of perfect input required to do anything outside of button mashing while relying on visual cues. You either spend hours non-stop practicing perfect inputs to get the timings right, or are button mashing in all but name.
You don't even need perfect inputs to get timing right.
Bro, have you ever done a Z motion? I haven't. I use the bullshit.
I've done Z motions.
No, but like the Z motion where it's like that shit at the bottom of the stick, like, but a Z motion's supposed to be like
From left to right to down left to down right.
Left diagonal to right diagonal to left bottom diagonal to right. Wait, I think that's...
No, that's if you're in the air.
Wait, I believe that's actually 1, 3, like 7, 9.
I don't know the things.
I hardly know them, but it's laid out like a phone or like your touchpad. Well, I think 5 would be neutral.
So when I do Z motion, I always think of the on the ground Z motion, which I guess is 4, 6, 7, 9.
Yeah. So also, just let me be clear here.
Yeah.
This bitch claims.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her a bitch. I don't care. She's being rude to me, and and a community I care about. So fuck that lady. And also, her pronouns are in her bio.
Yeah.
She and they.
Okay.
So, or no, it's she, her, actually.
She, her.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I can't call her a lady.
Yep.
She claims this is a drunken rant.
Okay.
That she got drunk and decided to type all this out. Mm-hmm. The grammar is too proper. There is a properly used colon in here. There is hyphens.
I mean, that's me. If
but you're
like
telling me you
English
wouldn't
major.
you would fucking like go through and like perfectly do it, and you would spell check if you were on a drunken rant, Nathan.
Yeah, I would.
All right, you're an idiot. Okay, but then she said she compares fighting games to racing games.
Okay.
And says, compare that to racing games, which also have the prime selling point of the amount and diversity of usable vehicles, but the skills associated with each one viably translate out to any other vehicle build. Spending time with a certain build obviously makes you better with it. Okay.
That's how fighting game work.
All I need... If all I
fighting game work.
If all I need
if you
for
get
fighting
good at
games,
one character, it can make you better at other
if you learn how to
characters.
play neutral, you'll be better than the guy who only knows how to do combos in training mode.
Right, but like what I mean is, and I think that's you could say that's true about me because, like, you know, I would say like I'm not great at any individual character on any individual fighting game, but if you give me any fighting game, fucking 0, if it's like a regular one, give me like no practice and I can still like do okay against somebody else. Especially I can beat probably somebody else who has no practice.
Yeah.
As well.
But also, if you're saying that all I need to know for fighting games is how to do button inputs,
yep.
All I need to know for racing games is how to move the stick left and right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all.
And hold R2.
Hold. If fighting games is nothing but button mash, jump in, and nothing else, and mashing.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot to put my phone on vibrate. Yes.
Then racing games is hold R2, turn left, right, hit wall.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the Media Hole podcast. This is a weekly podcast in which me, Nathan, and my good friend Ian.
She has one good take in here, actually.
Okay.
I was gonna keep doing this till we were done. Actually, she
I was like,
complains that in Mortal Kombat.
I just thought that was a good button on the bit.
It was good, yeah. But she complains that the Xenomorph was put into Mortal Kombat. I think she was in Mortal Kombat 10. But when they put her in, it just became a stand-up humanoid fighter, and that's lame. And then she says lame. All fighting games are like that.
Excuse me,
Merkava.
Yeah.
That a couple dudes from MVC. There's there's a fighting cactus.
Rocket Raccoon.
That too.
Who tiny.
There's like I'm saying this clearly this lady only knows. Actually, she says
She probably only knows American fighters.
Street Fighter.
Okay.
Soul Calibur.
Oh.
Because when she talks about, she says like Soul Calibur's like 3D movement where you can sidestep, and I'm like, Soul Calibur I don't think was the first to do that. I think Tekken existed before.
Tekken came before.
Also, Virtua Fighter.
Or around the same time. Virtua Fighter predates both.
Yeah. So, or that other fighting game you can play in one of the old Yakuzas, Bloody something.
Oh, Bloody Roar?
Yeah.
Or wait, no, it's not Bloody Roar.
Or whatever.
Fighting Vipers.
She says Dragon Ball's flying, but Fighter Z doesn't allow flying.
She's probably thinking about Budokai.
Yeah.
Which isn't really... It's an arena fighter. I guess it counts, but, like, not really.
But then, for no reason... Let me see if I can find... I want to find it now. Oh, man. She talked mad shit on Smash Bros. Fuck. Oh, then... So she goes through all this. So her problem is that she doesn't like how all the characters are humanoid. She doesn't like how it's all based around button combos, and doesn't like that a game that has your best movement choice is jumping isn't a platformer.
Okay.
And if you play Smash, you're honestly
Smash
just a pedophile.
All right, she's not wrong.
Straight. Okay, that's like one section of the community that they are currently trying to oust. Calling everyone who plays Smash a pedophile is just detrimental to the community at this point.
I agree with her.
Oh my god, fuck you, Nathan. All right, so all filmmakers are pedophiles.
More people make films than like play Smash.
I don't think so.
Competitively.
A lot of people play Smash, but she says, and if you play Smash, you're straight up a pedophile. You are a pedophile because you have played Smash before.
I think she means if Smash is your main game.
No, she doesn't justify that. She just says that shit is...
in order to know that,
but then
she has to have played
Smash has the three things she complains about.
Yeah.
It has platformers.
Yeah.
Button mashing is not a thing because you'll literally just look like a fucking fool in Smash Bros. And it's a platformer game with like where jumping is your best movement option.
Yeah, and moving is your best movement option.
Yes. But jumping is very important in Smash.
There's a lot of jumping. There's platforms.
Unless you're Little Mac, then it's not at all.
Yeah, then you want to stay on the ground.
Yeah, or...
Like God intended.
But then she just says, it's an inconsistent mess of characters from different universes with zero attempt at game balance.
That's what's fun about
that requires hundreds of hours of practice per character to get any enjoyment.
That's not even true!
No, you know what? When I play against...
It's designed for casuals. Just play it not competitively
like exactly.
I like to do.
And also, if I play against George and he's Terry and I'm a random character, I'm not going to have fun. But if we're both random characters, I'll have some fun. Same with Chris.
Honestly, like, you can have some fun, and like, if you learn stuff, you can just get lucky a lot, you know?
Yeah, like, it's just, get off your ass.
Well, the answer is, don't play fighting games.
Yeah, also, leave the community. You clearly don't like it. That's like me hanging outside of a movie theater every single time, like, an art movie comes out, and I'm like, this is shit! Yeah. This is bad. Vin Diesel has done more for movies.
Yeah, man. It's like, why are you here? You don't have to be here. What, like, I don't know. I complain about Smash a lot. Do you know what I do when I stop wanting to play Smash with my friends? I just sit all of the rounds out. Yeah. I just sit all of them out. I don't like the game that much.
Yeah. Also, if you're surrounded by people who just want to play like competitive Smash, then I guess you just can't play Smash.
Yeah. Why all my friends are pedophiles.
Yeah, including you.
Nope.
You played Smash before. You've played Smash before. Hey. How come when you suck one dude's dick, you're automatically a cocksucker, but you cook one meal, you're not a chef? So you look at one bit of child porn, Nathan, you're a pedophile. Therefore, you play one game of Smash Brothers, you're a pedophile.
But I played Smash against my will.
If you suck the kid's dick against your will, you're a pedophile because you still did it.
Damn it. All right. Welcome to the Media Hole Podcast.
Welcome to the Media Hole Podcast.
I'm going to cut so much of this out.
No.
It's such a long opener.
None of it. Well, okay, there was stuff that we actually did.
Well, we're going to cut that early stuff. But also,
yeah,
I really wish you'd let me put the button on it at racing games or just hold
on to it. No, because I think her opinions about Smash are wrong. Valid. No. The pedophile one, if you really want to be a dickhead about it, fine, you're right.
Fine, Melee.
Okay, but whatever.
Melee.
Moving
she means
on.
Melee.
I'm right.
All right. Anyway, welcome to Media Hole Podcast, the weekly podcast where me, Nathan, and my good friend Ian like to talk about news and comic books and video games and television and movies and anime and all of other entertainment shit. Now, in case you didn't know, which you probably do if you're a long-time listener to the show, we took a week off last week for Christmas, and now we're fully rested and ready to give you the most important award show in gaming.
Well, yeah, it definitely wasn't the Game Awards this year.
No. This week you are listening to the Media Hole Video Game Awards 2020, shortened to, like all awards are shortened to, the Hole-ies.
The Hole-ies?
Yeah, the H-O-L-E.
Oh, yeah.
I-E-S. Yeah, Hole-ies.
Yeah. It's just my butthole. I've cast my butthole in 5 different types of material.
It's an anus.
It goes from
the award is like a.
It goes from iron, steel, bronze, silver, gold, and I'm sending them to the game developers.
Yeah. No, it's bronze, silver. It's bronze. So we have for all of the ones under the top 4, we just send them paper certificates.
No, they're getting iron then silver. No, iron then steel.
Because we're doing top 10s, right? So
no, we aren't. You didn't write. You did write top 10s. Okay, one second. You just keep talking. I'll just look at games that came out this year.
So what I was gonna say is
I did 5, and I have 3 honorable mentions. I'll just move them up.
Okay. So the bottom, anything below number 5, they just get a written certificate.
No, they get a picture.
Well, a picture like on a paper certificate, and then the 5th one we give iron, and then we give 4 is bronze, 3 silver, 2 is gold, and then 1 is platinum.
How did Polygon make an article that says the best 50 games of 2020? There wasn't 50 games.
There was way more than. There's like 800 games.
They've also put Among Us in their thing. That doesn't count.
Well, see, we have stricter rules, right?
Yeah, that's like if I put Destiny there.
So here's what our rule set is. All right, guys. The game has to have come out in this year. No remasters, but remakes are allowed. And yeah.
All right, we might have an issue here. What about coming out of early access?
It came out on Switch this year.
Okay. Well, I don't like that either, because that's like me being like, I can say GTA 5, because it came out on PS5 this year.
No, it didn't. It comes out in 2021.
Wow, never mind. That's my game of the year, 2021.
If you make Grand Theft Auto 5, that's a remaster. That's a port, right? I'm saying like it launched. I don't know. Fuck it. It's.
I only have to add one more here.
I didn't break any rules here, but yeah. Cool. So anyway, in my books,
I didn't read how they organized this list, for Polygon, but 47 is Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
and then 46 is Super Mega Baseball 3.
Yeah, no, it's based on like a bunch of their writers. I read it. It's a good one because all it is basically a small blurb from everybody, and then it's like arranged in order.
How dare you put Call of Duty Warzone?
It's low. It's low on the list.
Yeah,
they had to pick 50.
Doom Eternal should be higher.
I know, but like whatever. Not everybody has great taste.
Yeah, League of Legends is on here as well.
But that game didn't even fucking come out this decade.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, go on with what you were saying. Guys.
So the game of the year. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start at number 10.
I thought we were gonna do news first.
Oh no, I was gonna do news. Is like everything after this is like if it's to fill time. We can do news first. Do you want to do news first?
Let's do news first, so I can keep looking for games.
Okay. All right. If you don't want to, if you only have a top 5, I can just do my top 10. I'm sorry that wasn't clear.
I just didn't look at the Google Doc until just now.
Well, I don't have it. Did I put top 10s?
You did.
Haha.
I just said I looked at it now.
All right.
I didn't think that many games came out this year.
Yeah. Okay, so hey guys. So let's get right into the news then. So I only have a couple pieces of news from the last couple weeks because it's been a slow week for video game news. I don't know if you know that.
Wow,
Christmas.
Wild. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost as if there was a 2-week holiday.
Anyway, all 3 of these pieces of news are about Japanese things that I care about and nothing else.
Because Japan is the only country that keeps working.
Yep. So first off, Keiichiro Toyama, the creator of Silent Hill, Siren, and Gravity Rush, fucking big boy. He's a good guy. Look at that shit. Fucking imagine that resume, dude. Like, not only did I create Silent Hill, I created Siren and Gravity Rush.
Yeah, I created a game that people didn't play.
Well, people played Gravity Rush once it came to PS4.
Yeah, once it came to PS4. I developed the game for the wrong console.
No, it's really good on Vita. It's just, people didn't buy the Vita here, but they bought it in Japan. Yeah, and their Gravity Rush was called Gravity Days.
Ooh.
Or Daze. D-A-Z-E. I don't know. He left Sony Japan to start Bokeh Game Studio, working on a game that's apparently going to come out in 2023. It's apparently a horror game, but we don't know much about it. I'm excited because Toyama did fucking Silent Hill and Gravity Rush. Siren's not so good, but whatever, Arc System Works, speaking of fighting games, has announced a new fighting game, but it's not Persona 5 Arena. It's DNF Duel, another fighting spin-off of a game I don't care about.
It's DFD.
No, it's DNF Duel is the name of the video game.
They want you to call it that, but it's Dungeon Fighter Online.
But that's because it was originally called Dungeon and Fighter.
Yes, but that's not how English language works.
Well, yeah, DND.
Yeah, because we called it that ourselves. Dungeons and Dragons didn't advertise itself as D&D. You don't get to choose your acronym.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
You do. KFC did it all the fucking time.
No. KFC started to do it when they legally couldn't call themselves chicken anymore.
That's a fucking lie.
I know it is. And also, it made sense. And people called KFC that for a long time.
Yeah.
They used to say, Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's a mouthful. How about KFC? And let's go get a mouthful. No, not of KFC.
Ian, we're getting paid by KFC.
Oh shit, never mind.
Send us
KFC,
the game console they made.
It's finger licking good. Except also, don't lick your fingers right now unless you're at home.
Suck them.
Sensually. I want to see some tongue action.
Tweet at the media hole pictures of you sucking your fingers.
No.
With a KFC.
No, because that feels like when Dan Schneider was like, put pictures of your feet next to your favorite Nickelodeon show.
Oh, God. That's fucked. Anyway. It's a fighting spin-off of a game I don't care about. This time it's the MMO Dungeon and Fighter, a game I've never heard of that's somehow one of the highest grossing games ever made.
Because China.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese game.
It's a Korean game.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I forgot about that.
Anyway, though, it actually looks good. It's apparently it's an MMO beat 'em up, and it looks pretty fun. I was watching gameplay, and I was like, oh, that looks like a real video game.
It's got the Arc System Works, like, you know what it looks like.
Yeah. The fighting game's just going to be another Arc System Works fighting game. Like, they did Grand Blue 2, which is another game I didn't give a shit about. And I would love for them to do a spin-off of a game I give a shit about, or a franchise I give a shit about, or just another original thing.
Yeah.
But, hey, I'll probably check this out. Maybe. I said that about Grand Blue, and then I didn't buy it.
Which one? The new one?
Yeah, the Grand Blue Fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, I did buy that.
You did buy that. How was it?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's the story mode is kind of annoying.
I always thought it was super cool that they did like a RPG story mode.
They tried to, but when you actually go and fight, it's like you just beat up the same 5 enemies over and over again. You really don't like.
But that's like more than a lot of fighting games have.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I enjoyed Dragon Ball Fighters one more, where it's just like you just keep having you do keep fighting the same people over and over again, but there's different conditions, and you go through like these boards to unlock characters, and if you really wanted to, you could just go through it as fast as possible.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Finally, Yosuke Saito and Yoko Taro, like Yosuke Saito is the producer of a lot of the games that Yoko Taro makes. They're working on 2 new games. One of them, Saito wouldn't approve of until Taro made an hour-long presentation about.
It's just pictures of fucking Tubi's ass.
No, and then later, and in the interview, Saito said, I wish I hadn't changed my mind. And then the other one is further along and is proceeding much more smoothly. It's unclear if and how these games relate to the Drake and Nier franchise, but more info will probably be revealed following the releases of Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139 and Nier Reincarnation, which are set for March and February.
Is it Reincarnation the phone game?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's apparently going to be pretty good.
It's a phone game.
Yeah, like it's still a phone game. It's got gacha elements, but it's also got like fully third-person exploration moments. So like, you know, and it's kind of based on the concept of the weapon stories from the Drake and Nier games.
Okay.
Which are a really cool part of those games, in my opinion.
Okay. All right.
How do you feel about weapon stories, Ian?
I don't know what they are.
You don't remember them?
No.
Every time you upgrade your weapon, you get another part of the little story.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really care that much.
Oh, some of them are really good.
Yeah, but that's reading.
Oh, okay.
Who likes to read? Anyways,
Listen,
anime
Ian,
is cool.
Important parts of this franchise are in drama CDs, Ian.
And? That's
and
not reading,
novellas,
that would be listening.
and short stories, and stage plays.
Boo.
And Final Fantasy 14.
Unfortunately.
I don't know, man. People like that game. People say it's really good. People
are wrong.
I think you're wrong. Maybe. I don't fucking give a shit. I'll never. I want to watch. Somebody needs to make a video summarizing what the fuck happens in those raids, because I need to know, and I'm not going to play 80 hours of them.
You can just go watch the raids.
I don't want to watch somebody Twitch stream that shit. That's boring.
Well, then you just skip through the gameplay part. Well,
I just want to know the story. I want somebody to do like a summary.
But okay, say you couldn't play Nier Auto Tomato.
Yeah.
You just couldn't play it.
Yeah, then I'd watch like a summary video.
Oh, you wouldn't watch like someone just play
I
through
wouldn't
it?
just watch a let's play because it's long.
Okay.
And I want all the important detail, the juiciness. I want a summary. I want an interpretation even.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Do we want to do weeks or do we want to do?
No, let's do games because I can't find a 10th game.
All right. So here's Nathan's top 10 games of the year and Ian's top 7, 8, 9.
That's 9.
All right. 9. Like how many good Final Fantasy numbered games there are?
Sure.
Hold on. Let me consider it.
Are you considering 1 and 2 bad?
2 is bad. 1 is.
What about 3?
3 is pretty good.
What about 4?
4 is good. I don't know
5.
anything about 5.
6.
6 is supposed to be one of the really good ones.
7.
Actually, you know what? They're all kind of good, honestly.
Yeah. They all have their flaws that people hate. Like
I mean, honestly, I'm not here to shit on 13. Everybody's done it, and there's no reason to do it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people really like it, and that's fine, and they're allowed.
13, like for the 20 minutes I've played of it, I was like, wow, this game would probably be really cool if it was an action game.
That game looks really nice.
It does, yeah.
It's just, it's not well written, but whatever. Whatever, if you like.
That's why if it was an action game, one, it would be a lot faster. Like, no one cares about Devil May Cry's whatever nonsense they throw at you, because, like, at least Devil May Cry has, like, good gameplay.
I would say that Devil May Cry has better characters, and it's easier to understand story.
Yeah, definitely.
And really good cutscenes.
Except for that one guy who just couldn't get it.
Who couldn't get it?
There's just this one Twitch streamer where he's like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on in this game.
What,
he's
did he
like
just play 5 and nothing else?
He just played 5 and nothing else, and
yeah.
he just gets mad. But he was at the scene where Nico gives Dante the Dr. Faust. So he's just like in the middle going like, what the fuck is going on? And then Dante puts the hat on and he just throws his headset down and walks away.
That's stupid. That's the easiest to understand part because it's just good.
I don't know.
And everyone knows
the way the guy who looked like who was playing it, he looked
like a Call of Duty guy.
He looked like he played Warzone exclusively.
Normie culture.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of normie culture, we're gonna do a top 10 list like everybody else does all the time on fucking things. Hey, all right. So I'm gonna do my number 10, and I guess I'll just do it.
I'm just gonna throw up the other one game I played that's normie culture.
All right, guys,
because it is fun.
Number 10, Deadly Premonition 2: A Blessing in Disguise.
Oh yeah, that came out this year. That was on no one's top 10.
It's on my top 10 because I like Twin Peaks.
All right, cool. On a completely different end of the spectrum, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
You put that in your list, you little bitch.
No, I actually didn't. It's a blank space.
Okay.
I just thought of it to add something. Because that game is fun. Like, I had a good time playing with friends. And they put Prop Hunt in recently.
Yeah.
That game is so fucking dumb in Prop Hunt.
That was on Modern Warfare Remastered, too.
Yeah, it was. It was in, they first put it in with that one, I think. With that game, yeah.
Chris was talking shit, and he was saying that Modern Warfare is a better game. Like the newer
the Black Ops?
Yeah.
I don't care. I didn't like Modern Warfare. I didn't buy Modern Warfare, and I literally was like, I played the Modern Warfare beta and was like, this game sucks. I played the Black Ops Cold War beta, and I'm like, this game's cool. So, that's how it worked.
Do you have more movement options in Black Ops?
Not really. It's about the same. Black Ops is like a little faster, though. But Chris's thing was like, I'm hitting them and they're not dying. And I'm like, no, you're hitting them the same amount. It's just that this game has a health bar that you can see instead of them just dying. Because I don't know about Modern Warfare, if they have a health bar or anything. But in all old classic Call of Duties, it was just, you would shoot them and they die or they didn't. You didn't know how much damage you actually did to them.
Oh.
So I'm saying, like, for Chris, it's ignorance is bliss. If he didn't know that he was actually hitting them, he would just be like, oh, I guess I didn't kill him.
Or maybe different game modes because it have different like health settings.
We're just playing all the core ones.
Yeah, I think Chris has only played Warzone, so you might have less health in Warzone.
You have a lot more health in Warzone.
Because you can pick up armor.
You can, yes, but you have the same amount of health as you would normally have, and then you have armor, which has varying degrees of like stopping bullets and shit.
I don't know. It always feels like people go down in one hit and fucking.
Because Warzone has like, Warzone's like you can add attachments to your guns and shit.
Yeah.
So upping the rate of fire, making them more accurate. Like I'm sure FMJ is also in the game. So it's probably just this guy has literally played more than you sort of thing. But I don't know. I haven't played Warzone.
Okay. So anyway,
Number 9. It's number 9.
Rivals.
Rivals?
Yeah. Rivals is a game I think I talked about where you comb through, you play like a writer of a book about music, and you comb through the history of two guys who used to be in the same band and then became competing musical people, as one kind of became more solo and more kind of darker and alcoholic and drug addicted, and the other one kind of sees regular success making more mainstream stuff and the conflict that exists between them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really good game.
Sounds like a novel.
Yeah, I mean it's you're writing the novel by you're like listening to interviews, combing through news articles, and like trying to figure out the order of events essentially.
All right.
Yeah.
Mine was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. A game that...
Is that a deeply personal game?
No.
No?
A game that they just shouldn't have actually put out yet, but is fun enough and has really interesting mechanics. There's a lot... It's like... There's a lot of shit they could have done if the Switch just fucking ran better. Like, if you could, like, somehow emulate this game on, like, a PC, it would be amazing. But instead, it's on the Switch's outdated hardware. Because the Switch feels like a fucking Xbox 360 sometimes.
It's better. You forget what an Xbox 360 was capable of.
You're right, but I'm also thinking of what like an end of time Xbox 360 was capable of.
My brain just pictured like Gears of War 1, and I'm like, that game's ugly.
But I can picture Gears of War 3, or even Gears of War 2, which had tons of enemies and big battle sections and my game didn't lag at all during those, where Hyrule Warriors the normal game, the definitive edition on the Switch.
The Wii U version, yeah.
Well, no, the version that they put on the Switch, because the one on the Switch does have more enemies load in.
Oh.
In terms of like realism, like how it looks, it has better graphics, just not better graphics. Like it's less stylized.
It's less stylized,
yeah. It looks like a Koei Tecmo game
and
and not a fucking Zelda game. It's like it has more enemies on screen, it has more going on, it has a lot more... It has less particle effects, but it has a better lighting engine and everything. Actually, no, it definitely does not.
Yeah, it's a worse lighting engine from what I've seen.
It's just okay. It's just... the game does what it's supposed to do. It's just Hyrule Warriors is like... I know they didn't use the actual Breath of the Wild engine for it.
No, they didn't. They just like tried to... They just reused
They just emulated it and like reused assets, and it just does not fit well.
I bet what it is like a weird... I think the transition of assets from the one engine to the other engine has probably like it's chugged, like it's not optimized well enough.
Yeah, it's probably a rush
This game had I think it had to have had a pretty short development.
Yeah.
Right?
They probably were like, we already have the assets, it's fine, and then they just plugged them into a different engine. It's like, why is it only run at 10 frames? And they're like, it's a fucking Koei Tecmo game. Come on, guys.
Yeah, isn't it the literal same studio that did P5S? Like, and both games came out the same year?
Yeah. It's Koei Tecmo.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, Tecmo, aren't they both Omega Team?
Yes.
Yeah. So
they are a subsidiary.
Yeah. So
they like do the crossover
big Warriors
games. Yeah.
Games, yeah. So like, yeah.
Persona Scramble, which is a game that runs perfectly great.
Yeah, even on the Switch. I think.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to play it on Switch.
I'm not. I'm going to play it on PS5.
Yeah. It runs great, allegedly. And then you got Age of Calamity, which runs like garbage, but there's a lot of good in there.
Yeah. Well, Persona 5S has... Not only does it have Warriors shit, it clearly took longer development because it's also in the Persona 5 art style, and it has open world areas, a fucking life sim, like the Days Move and shit.
They had to actually probably make those assets, unlike to make them work. It's funny that What is considered a
No,
smaller
wait, no, 'cause
developer?
Persona they did on the Cry engine, so they probably I think it could be the
yeah.
same engine.
It probably is.
Yeah.
It's just funny that it's like like still big time developer, smaller than Nintendo.
Yeah.
He gives their money away so they can make a perfectly good game. Nintendo, here's $5, try at it.
You already made one of these, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
All right, but
also now it has to be in a completely different engine and have different enemies and everything.
Still gets a respectable 9th place.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's not a lot that happened this year.
I played a lot of games this year.
For you.
I don't know. You played a lot of video games this year.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
Okay. I played a lot of good ones. Number 8. Kentucky Route Zero TV edition.
Yeah, I didn't play this one.
It's a really good game. It's like a adventure game. It's very like surreal. It was an episodic game that they've been making new episodes for since 2013. Great art, really interesting story. I didn't beat this game, but I really liked it.
Yeah, there's some of those on my list that is like that.
I really liked this game, but I didn't beat it.
Yeah.
Same with Deadly Premonition. Actually, I didn't beat Deadly Premonition.
That's fine.
But it's a good game.
That game runs at 12 frames.
Yeah, but it's you
don't need
it's not
frames.
highly anticipated like fucking Cyberpunk.
Yeah. And also you walk around and talk to people and ride a skateboard sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't need to, I don't know, be in high octane combat scenarios.
No, most combat scenarios are very low octane.
Yes.
You mostly do walking around and you shoot things
And
as
you
they
see
walk
that like
slowly.
giant
like,
black dude.
Yeah. But yeah, Kentucky Route Zero, fucking great game. Glad they finished it after fucking 8 years.
I'm gonna switch my 7 and 8 here.
All right, do it. What's 8?
Spider-Man.
Number 8, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good game.
Sure,
Short,
good game.
but no, whatever. Like there was probably a B team game, or this was actually an expansion, like a plan.
This is a midway between an expansion and a real game.
Yeah.
And that's how it was priced, so it works.
Yeah, so I wish it was kind of a little bit cheap, like maybe $10 less than it should have been, because even doing like all the content and all the story missions, I only clocked like 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah,
but,
and it's like at launch it was a little rough, like with the crashes.
But and also it was like the game where it's like, don't fucking put your PS5 in rest mode, turn it the fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when the game came out, I played it nonstop. It was good. Yeah. I liked what they did with all the characters.
It's a great
Thought
game.
It was fun. Still wish it was the Spider-Man, like, Spider-Verse movie voice actors, but that's too expensive.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, they already had a voice actor for Miles in this universe.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Also, well, actually,
it's not unfortunate. He's fine.
His mom, it didn't really matter. But man, what if Aaron Davis was Marshala Ali again?
You can't do that.
I know,
that's not fair.
It would be so expensive.
That's not fair, because he's also just a way better character in that movie, too.
Yeah, he is.
Like, and by way better, I mean
and also,
more of.
It was like, in the movie, it was like, yeah, Miles, you can go see your uncle. We don't like that you do. Just like, you know, just don't... Me and your uncle don't talk anymore sort of shit.
Yeah.
But like the vibe, I don't know, the vibe I got when in the Spider-Verse movie is like, if Aaron Davis called on the phone, Jeff would be like, I'm not going to talk to him. But Rio would be like, hey, Aaron, what's up?
Yeah.
How's it going?
But Jeff's dead in this universe. And also, like, they know more about what...
They know exactly
Aaron
what's
Davis
going...
did.
Well, wasn't it that he told him to stay away from Kingpin or whatever?
Yeah.
And, like, revealed himself, and then that, I guess, then he went and...
Well, it was the guy that, like, Jeff was investigating or whatever.
Yeah, wasn't he the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing, and so he was, like, hunting him, and he had to, like, give up on the case or whatever.
And they're both engineers in both versions, right? Because he says he has an engineering job to do. Like, in the movie, he takes him to the place where he does the Great Expectations
He
thing.
says, oh, I was working a job down here.
I think he says engineering.
Really? I don't know. Makes sense. I mean...
And I think you got to be, like, an engineer to be, like, a trained guy.
I think in the comics, he got his shit from the comics version of the Tinkerer.
Yeah, I think he did, too. I think I was reading some stuff about that. But then he can do his own stuff.
Yeah.
Which also makes sense why, if it was like that in this game, it would make sense why he's purple and so is the Tinkerer.
Instead,
the
it
color
doesn't.
schemes are a bit too close in this one.
They're like the exact same. It's purple and green.
Yeah, it's like, well, the Tinkerer is more like purple and like silver in this. But still, it's like purple being the overpowering with a smaller accent. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, what was your number 8?
I did mine first. We're moving on to 7 now.
All right, number 7.
Number 7. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Same.
Wow.
Game was really good. I'm glad they
fucking
finally
great.
put out the update that I wanted.
Oh, you mean where you can replay the story mode?
You can replay the story mode with any character.
I have... Here is my admission. I think I have 140 hours in that video game.
It's a good game.
Yeah. And
if you could time my original times with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, it would probably be the same.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't play either 1 or 2 back in the day, so it's really cool to play.
I played 2 on the Nintendo 64, and then I played 3 a lot more on the GameCube.
Yeah, I came in, I played 3 at other people's houses, and then I got 4.
And then you were like, wow, this game's very different.
I liked 4. I think 4 onwards, the games get really fucking good.
And then they get really bad.
Yeah, no,
the middle of the franchise is where it's at its best.
Yeah,
up until
Project 8 is the first one that's worse than the last one, in my opinion.
That's like...
Because American Wasteland...
Underground, sick. Underground 2, it's fucking like
I would say
amazing.
Actually, I would say I like Underground 2 slightly less than 1. Personally.
That's fine because they're also different story games.
Yeah,
like one of them is like more of a new take on a classic taste.
Yeah, I think Underground 2 I like. Well, first of all, I don't like Jackass. I've always thought it was dumb and bad and not fun.
Oh, I love Jackass.
No, yeah, I always hated it. So, like, Underground 2 is a bit too Jackass for my books.
No, it's very much Like, if you remove Tony Hawk from that game...
It's just Jackass.
Every single one of... Even Tony Hawk, actually. If Bam was more of the main focus, it would just be Jackass.
It's just Jackass.
If Johnny Knoxville appeared. Because everyone else appears except for Knoxville. I think Pontius doesn't appear either.
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Chris Pontius is the guy. Oh, you don't like Jackass, but he was the dude with the ponytail. He would get naked a lot. Him and Steve-O did a TV show for MTV because they all got TV deals. Well, Bam Margera, he went and did Viva La Bam, and then Chris Pontius and Steve-O went and did Wild Boys, which was like filthier Coyote Peterson.
I don't know any of that shit.
I
don't watch MTV, man. Like, I was not that kid.
But Coyote Peterson, I think that's his name. He goes around and he like meets like endangered animals. He's like Steve Irwin, but a little more like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get stung by this fucking murder hornet now.
So it's like a redneck, Steve.
No, he's a very nice guy. Steve Irwin's more of a redneck, to be honest. It's just that he's not an American redneck. Yeah, his name is Coyote Peterson. He's an American YouTube personality, wildlife educator, and host of Animal Planet series Coyote Peterson Brave the Wild. I guess he got that later. He's from Ohio. But he has a video of him getting stung by that, like, murder hornet.
That just made me think of the
Jackbox thing.
The Jackbox thing I made. It's so fucking funny.
He got stung by, like, a hornet where it's fucking, like, stinger was, like, this fucking long.
Damn.
And the only way to relieve the pain is by screaming.
Yeah. Wild shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yeah. Cool games. I would like a remaster of Underground and Underground 2.
Yeah, I want to see 3 DLC and then like 4. I don't know.
Either you do 4 as its own game and you expand on it and make it slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Or
because I feel like 3 and 4, those games like completely different. You can't really do a combined remaster.
Yeah. Or you know what? Let's just make 4 remake. Yeah. Like 4 remake that. Yeah. 3 DLC still.
Yeah.
Let's not remake Underground 1 and 2. Because those games are perfect as they are.
Well, I was just saying Underground Trilogy, even just remaster. Honestly.
That would be kind of cool as well.
Because, like, I found out recently when I was playing fucking... what's the word? When I was playing this Tony Hawk, I was like, why am I, like, so bad at getting really high combos in this one? Like, I can't get million combos like I can in American Wasteland. I'm going to pop American Wasteland into my PS3 that plays PS2 games, and then I found out that my PS3, while capable of playing PS1 and PS3 games, the fucking PS2 part of the reader doesn't work.
That's weird.
Yep. So that sucked. And I was like, shit.
Because
I can emulate it, but it's worse. It's worse on emulator than on regular a lot of the time.
Yeah, I know, but it might be better for.
No, I mean I've emulated the game.
Oh, okay.
The best version is Dolphin, but that the problem with Dolphin is like
it's hard to get fucking ROMs.
No, it's not hard to get ROMs. I already have them. The problem with Dolphin is the buttons, honestly, because like you don't get to do R1 plus L1 to get off. It's just R1 because there's no L1 on GameCube.
Oh, because it was just the Z button.
Yeah. So it means you can't do like midair spin on R1 and L1.
You know what always pissed me off when Nintendo went to having proper 4 controls?
Yeah.
The big bumpers at the back.
Yeah.
Are ZR and ZL. But like that was what was R and L before, so the top 2 are now.
No, so it's like if you look at a SNES controller, it's like the equivalent of like L1 and R1 were just L and R. But then like the trigger ones are ZL and ZR.
I'm holding Nathan's Nintendo Switch controller here. Mm-hmm. On the GameCube, these were L and R.
Yes.
And then, but in the old days, when the controller was just flat, this was L and R.
Yeah.
But then GameCube is the more recent one, where now instead of having L,
right, but all of them in Nintendo.
I'm saying the top 2 should be ZR and ZL.
But all of the Nintendo Classic controllers are based on the SNES controller. Actually, almost every controller in the world is based on the SNES controller.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck you.
The GameCube controller is dumb. It had a giant A
It
button.
is stupid, but I love it when I'm playing Tony Hawk.
Yeah, see, I played Tony Hawk on PS2.
Yeah.
Which, better music.
Was it?
Yeah, because the disc was bigger. It could hold more music. All of the GameCube had all of the songs were locked to being 2 minutes exactly. On GameCube.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sucks.
So you didn't get to hear all of Holiday on American Wasteland.
Yeah. That's what I had as a kid. That's just how it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Could have cut out Tony Hawk's Demolition Radio and we could have just fucking had it, but...
What?
Because there's the parts in the game when, like, Tony Hawk comes on over the radio.
Yeah, but he tells story stuff like it's important.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I don't want you to unplug it by accident.
All right, so unanimous. Tony Hawk.
Number 7.
+2 is the number 7 game of the year.
Number 6.
Now we will never agree again.
The Pathless.
Doom Eternal.
All right, you didn't play The Pathless. I didn't play Doom Eternal.
Perfect. I didn't finish Doom Eternal.
I finished The Pathless.
Yeah, because I was playing Doom Eternal on Ultraviolence, which is just like one step above normal.
Okay.
And I got to a boss I fucking hated. And last time I played it, I beat that boss, and I'm like, I feel like it's only downhill from here, to be honest. But that game is beautifully made.
Yeah.
It is a quintessential video game. It is like back in the day when like The Simpsons or even fucking Family Guy would be like, here's what we think video games are. It's just Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So The Pathless, you talked about it a ton.
I've talked about it a ton already.
It's a cool story game where you shoot a boat and move fast.
Yeah, it's not even really much of a story game. It's a Breath of the Wild clone that I like more than Breath of the Wild because it's more focused and it's smaller and it's better. And
it was more concise.
It's got some of the fucking best like orchestral style music of any game that came out recently.
I really like Breath of the Wild's music.
Breath of the Wild's music is just...
Yeah, it very much is like, I'm just going to hit a couple of keys on the piano while a dude with a violin and like a mile away from me with a violin is like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, so this game, like, essentially it starts there. Seriously, stop hitting the chord like that. You're going to make
you
it go.
Don't put it near my foot then.
I didn't put it near your foot. You put your foot near the fucking cord. The cord.
My foot's been here the whole time. I didn't shove it in the right spot.
All right.
There,
Anyway.
the cord's moved.
All right. Anyway, fuck, where was I? Oh, the Pathless, like, can be as subtle as regular Breath of the Wild music, but can get as fucking epic as, like, more than fucking Skyrim music, man. Like, it's wild. Like, by the end, you get some of these incredible fucking orchestral tracks that just slap like a motherfucker. Also, like, it's just an incredible game. It works really well. I saw somebody go, like, fucking, a lot of the people who worked on Journey made the Pathless, and the Pathless is like a worse game because it's more open. And it's like, that's dumb. Journey's a great game, and the Pathless is a great game. They're just different.
Yeah.
The Pathless is just an open world game, but it's not as like bullshit collector's high level of fucking open world. You can collect shit to make shit happen, and then you do boss fights, and that's the game. If anything, it's kind of like Breath of the Wild meets Shadow of the Colossus. You know, like it's...
Which Breath of the Wild was already, like,
yeah,
aping from.
Yeah.
But
Shadow of the Colossus was called Sony's Zelda Killer. Anyway.
It was a good game.
Well, it's just not it's not really a Zelda killer.
Yeah.
It's just a good game where you
it's
have
a game.
sword.
Well, it's a game about you going on a magical journey with a magical sword to slay giant beasts to save a woman.
Yeah, it's just not as much of a Zelda as it seems.
Yeah,
you ride. You literally the things that are Zelda are you ride a horse, you have a sword, your character doesn't really talk that much.
Yeah, the horse dies. No, it doesn't.
You know.
You die.
Yep. Well, it's questionable.
Yeah. I don't know.
You turn into a baby.
No, it's Bloodborne.
That's
that's like the canon Bloodborne endings. You turn into a baby squid.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, they stole it from Shadow of the Colossus because it came out a decade earlier. Or
yeah,
whatever.
it did.
Literally a decade.
But also, Bloodborne makes no sense. So.
Shadow of the Colossus makes lots of sense.
Yeah,
it's
I
just, know. Yeah.
I'm saying that's the big difference there. Is one of these it makes sense, the other one it does not.
I saw a video that was explaining it, and I was like, "Oh, Bloodborne actually makes a lot of sense." But yeah,
no, it does when someone explains it to you because they've already done the legwork of reading through everything. You playing through, you'll be like, "Fear the old blood. What the fuck is the old blood? What's going on? Why?" And then like you're like in a dream and everything's more monstrous, and then you beat up a guy who has a giant cage on his head and he goes, "No, I'm gonna wake up now," and it's like it says the nightmare has been slain, but then there's still more nightmare where you then beat up a Murgo, the wet nurse, and when you kill her you kill a baby, and then you go back to the hunter's dream, and now the guy who is trying to help you out, who sent you on the journey at the beginning, you had to beat. He's a really cool fight, but he was a man in a wheelchair. Why is he so powerful? And then if you haven't gotten 3 pieces of the umbilical cord that you have ingested, after you kill the man, the moon presence comes down and it just vores you and you die. But if you have 3 pieces of the umbilical cord, you get to fight it, and then after you beat that, you become a baby squid tentacle.
But the worst ending is actually the best ending for the world. The baby squid.
No, it's the best ending for you. You becoming the baby squid allows you to give you the power to actually end the curse the world's been put under.
Anyway, that's not what we were talking about. What was your number 6?
Doom
Eternal.
It was Doom Eternal.
Okay. So number 5.
Number 5. Oh, you know what? Just also shout. Doom Eternal is carried entirely by Mick Gordon's soundtrack.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Too bad they fucked him over.
Yeah, really. Well, they didn't. Wasn't it they fucked him over with the physical release? Like they put out the physical release and it was all bit crunched and shitty.
I think that's what it was. Something
yeah.
Like no, but also I think they fucked him over monetarily, and he won't work with Bethesda again.
That sucks, but fuck Bethesda anyways.
Yeah.
Rotten hell. Someone else get that amazing man on staff. Just go, like, literally watch the 1.5-minute opening of Doom Eternal.
Get him
with
for
just
Halo 6.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool.
Just make Halo even more of a Doom clone than it already was.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was your number 5? You go first.
Animal Crossing.
All right, my number 5 was If Found.
I don't remember yours.
Okay, I don't remember yours.
What the fuck do you mean you don't remember mine? You just hated it.
I don't even remember that video game anymore.
That's fine.
Anyway, If Found is a sort of visual novel type game that is it was published by Annapurna, and it had music by 2Mello, and I was like, that's enough for me. Good enough for me, boys. Anyway, it's a visual novel that tells the story of a trans woman in the 90s coming back to visit her mother in rural Ireland.
Oh, Ireland.
Yep.
Is her mother cool about her being trans, or?
What do you think?
Probably not. Rural Ireland, definitely no.
But it's a very sweet story. It's got a great ending, thankfully.
Good, because that's what trans people need.
Yeah, it's made by like trans people, so it's really good.
Keep them away from those fridges.
Yeah, don't fridge anybody, but especially not trans people. They don't need it.
Yeah,
but
if they're gay, keep them away.
But yeah, it's a great game. It's a visual novel with gorgeous like painting style art. It's like watercolor painting style art.
That's nice.
And it's just really good. It's just a fucking good video game.
Animal Crossing was just really cute and came out on the same day as Doom Eternal, which spawned the best memes of Isabel and Doom Guy hanging out.
Yeah, that was a solid meme.
Yeah.
You could combine both games into one game. Probably be the game of the year.
I don't want to kill those little fun guys, though. I want to see those little fun guys kill other people.
What I'm saying is,
demons.
like, effectively, what I'm saying is, the main game is Doom Eternal, and then there's, like, stuff that you can do during that that's good. Oh, I've just invented the Chow Garden.
Well, we haven't had the Chow Garden in, like, fucking 16 years now, so...
Get on it. Yeah, so Chow Garden in the next Doom.
Yeah.
Because I want to... Or Chow Garden in the next Devil May Cry. I want to have a game that's like...
I don't know, there's nothing that cute in Devil May Cry.
Nico.
So a woman? The Chow Garden is me hanging out with this cool mechanic chick? Also, if you fucking show me a woman and she is a mechanic, I'm like, oh boy. I love her.
If you show me a woman...
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Especially in Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
They're all good.
If you show me a woman with weirdly colored hair, I'm over it now.
I'm into it. I'm still here.
I just like normal hair now.
I'm still here.
Like, I'll accept it because, no one loves me. But
I'm still here for it.
Yeah. I think, once it got to some of our female friends, like with the, well, not really our female friends, more like your cousin's female friends. Once it got to them, I was like, I'm not into this anymore.
Aw. That's
No, not because of it's on them. It's because it got to them and they were relatively like on the normie side of things. And I'm like,
I think it's. I'm still into it personally.
Yeah, I'm just a hipster about everything.
Yeah,
as always, I have been.
I mean, dyed hair has always been pretty fucking well known.
But like, I'm in like the weirder
Listen,
ones.
Ian. I watched Scott Pilgrim when I was in high school, and it's permanently changed me, okay?
Scott Pilgrim ruined a generation of men.
Scott Pilgrim ruined Nathan, specifically.
Yeah.
And I will never not see a thing that fucking Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in from now on.
Because you had a crush on her in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a crush on her.
I heard, like, oh man. I just remember one time someone told me that she was a bad female, like a bad character. Like, she was like a shitty woman and she was the problem. And I'm like, even back then I was like, I don't think so at all.
No, the point is that she is part of the problem. That's more of, in the comics, the point is that both Scott and Ramona are like people who have been users.
Yeah.
And they're shitty. And like that's why she's broken up with like all of the evil exes, right?
Yeah.
Because she's an asshole, right? But also Scott's an asshole, and that's the point, is both of them need to become better.
Yeah,
and the
it's
movie
just that
has to drop
Scott
so
being
much.
an asshole resolved in him dating a 17-year-old, and Ramona's being an asshole was her just not being like, didn't want to stay with people.
Well, no, but it's like she's like cheated on people too and stuff. It's like
Ramona,
it's a whole thing. It's a whole
come on,
thing.
Girl.
The point is she cheated on the Katayanagi twins with each other, right?
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
That's
one.
a really shitty thing to do.
That's an awful thing. Man, every time I hear about that one that actually has happened in like real life, like a friend, their parents, their mother used to be with their uncle, and then they left that one and went with the brother.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's rough.
But that's not even cheating necessarily.
It just when it's like, if I was seeing someone and then they went and fucked my brother, I'd be like, this feels horrible.
Yeah. Well, in terms of an age gap, it'd probably be more appropriate to date your sister.
Oh yeah, if they were bi, then I guess
that'd be fine.
Yeah.
If someone broke up with you and started dating
I don't
your
know,
sister.
I'm cooler with my sister than I am with the rest of my family.
That's fair. That's funny. Yeah. You ready for number 4?
Yeah, I think my number 4 might be higher up on your list based on the fact that you actually played it now.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Yakuza Lad.
Okay.
And the only reason why it's this low is because, one, I'm not done it.
Yeah.
So this might just be at like later on. The PS5 version might be higher up on my other list.
Yeah, I mean, mine's really. I have a couple games that are recent that are very high on my list.
Yeah.
And that is depending, I guess, on how they end. But where I'm at currently, these are my feelings about them.
Yeah, so this is my number 4 because I really like the game, really like the story. Ichiban's great. I'm excited to see him as the new main character.
He's really good.
For the story, like the story's great.
Yep.
The gameplay is just okay. I see everyone talking how much they love the turn-based, but honestly, I don't get it. I don't like it as much.
I'll talk about it in a little bit, but we might have some differences there.
Yeah, I think it's still well done. It's just I wish it was the old action way, but it just works better in the context of the story. I'm literally sitting here being like, this works. It's great. I wish I was playing the old game. All right, what's your 4?
My number 4 is Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh. That's cool.
I mean,
Why is it your 4th?
It's a really good game.
Yeah, well, it is.
There's other video games I liked more, but I really liked it. It was actually sitting at my number 1 spot for some time. But,
so it got dropped by a bunch
but it got
of shit.
dropped by some shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was sitting higher up before, but yeah. Ghost of Tsushima. It's a great game.
Yeah, it is a great game. We'll get back to that in a few more numbers.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. The third number of the alphabet.
Go.
Demon Souls.
Remake? Nice.
Yeah, remake.
Nice,
It's a very great game. It shows that FromSoft needs to step their fucking game up with animations.
Yeah, because, like...
And also with just general, like, tuning of the environment. Not doing dumbass decisions like world tendency is based off of everyone else's world tendency when you have already defined that we are all in separate worlds that we summon each other over. We're all different realities, so why would world tendency matter?
Yeah.
But yeah, the game's good. It makes sense now. It's not confusing. And it's fun. The only problem with it could have been higher, is if they made a better fucking checkpoint system. Because you get one free checkpoint, and then every other one you get by beating bosses. And it's annoying. That's the only annoying part of the game.
Well, that's good.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
All right, that's cool.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is a fucking great adaptation of one of the all-time greats, and I like that it dared to be different. I like that it dared to... Not only did it give us the ability to zoom into the characters who were basically just fucking walking, talking dead bodies in the original... that were extremely flat and named after background characters in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Jesse.
From Pokemon.
A thing that may have not been out by then. But
when did FF7 come out?
I want to say 97?
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Pokemon literally just came to the West in 97.
Yeah.
But
and
the anime didn't start till I think 99.
Yeah. But yeah, and on top of that, the ending being like daring as fuck.
Like in comparison to what would have actually happened in that ending.
Yeah, hey, a character that we haven't established yet in the remake, who is deeply important to the plot, and it's important that he dies in the story. It takes place in the before the story of FF7, a character dies, and like he's important.
Oh,
he's not fucking dead.
Okay,
he's alive now. What happens at the end of FF7 remake resurrects that character retroactively. Do
you think they're gonna still kill Aerith?
Probably. That's important. I don't think you should change that personally, but the fact that fucking like Aerith and Sephiroth know what's gonna fucking happen.
Why do they know what's gonna happen?
They just do in remake. They just know. They know. They have
What if remake?
It's literally a remake.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if the
point.
remake is Sephiroth losing at the end of 7, and he's like, "Shit, I'm gonna go back in time and make sure I don't lose," and that's why he's more present.
Maybe what's happening.
And then, but him going back in time somehow allows that. I know which character you're talking about, but since that is an actual remake spoiler, I won't say it. But what if that character and Sephiroth being present in the story means that character will save Aerith from dying?
Or she's got 2 boyfriends.
Is she Cloud's girlfriend? That's Tifa.
No,
it's Tifa.
It's Tifa after Aerith.
Okay, so it was a fling.
Cloud and Tifa fuck after Aerith. No, right before the end of the game.
Nice.
Yeah, they go like behind a rock.
Bro,
and then
every single time because I'm in like a JRPG shit posting group on Facebook.
Yeah,
I always see these memes where it's like, so I saw one that said, "So glad I grew up with this," and it was Tifa, but it was Tifa in the previous Final Fantasy thing they had that she showed up in.
Oh, like Advent Children?
No, it was
Dissidia?
I think it was Dissidia, where it's according to them, she was just wearing like a white tank top, and therefore her boob bigger. And then it was like, so glad I grew up with Dissidia version of Tifa and not this, and it was FF7 remake. And I'm like, weren't those games like 5 years apart? Like,
no, Dissidia 1 came out on the PSP.
Okay.
I think it was like 2008.
It was a very like realistic version of. Isn't there a Dissidia 2?
There's a Dissidia 3. Yeah, there's Dissidia.
Whichever had the most recent version of Tifa that was an FF7 remake, where she was
Dissidia Final Fantasy NT.
Maybe
the arcade / PS4 version, which sucks ass.
Yeah, so she's wearing like what's closer to her actual outfit from FF7.
Yeah,
where the one in FF7 remake is like a more realistic take on what she should actually be wearing, instead of being like having a fucking like leather miniskirt on.
I mean, she is kind of wearing the leather miniskirt.
It's like a skirt.
It's like a gun belt.
But it's also like
chunky.
Yeah, but it's also like a skirt sort of thing she's got on.
Yeah.
Like, but in the old one, it's like literally leather miniskirt. It's like
I really love how Aerith is kind of more down gritty in this one.
Aerith will give him shit. Aerith gives someone the chair.
Yeah, she says shit.
Yeah, she's great.
She's great. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a very good game. Like, despite its pacing issues, despite its over-reliance on long dungeons, despite fucking trying to stretch out, or successfully, I guess, stretching out a fucking 5-hour part of the game into 40.
They gotta fucking straight up cut this thing into 3 games only, though. There's no way it's FF7 Remake 2. I
bet you it'll be called like Reunion or something like that.
What, FF7 Reunion or something?
Yeah, because Reunion's a really important arc word in original FF7. So
I'm just saying they gotta keep it as 3, or else it's just gonna piss everyone off.
There's gonna be I think it's gonna be Remake, Return, Reunion.
Do you think it's gonna be like, okay, so we had 15, 14 still getting content.
Yep.
So then we had FF7 Remake.
16 is coming out.
16 should be coming out
2022 maybe.
So 2020. Let's say it comes out 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's this year.
Yep.
So end of this year, 2021.
I bet you.
But then I'm saying the next one,
Remake 2 is coming out this year or next.
I would say that it's going to come out next, and they get it on a cycle of FF16, FF7 Remake Part 2, then maybe a big FF16 DLC. And then final part, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
people are saying the second one might be the last one too, of Remake.
Then I feel like they'd skip a lot of content, because you said this is only 5 hours of the game, and I know.
But I think they're just gonna, because like everything from this point on in the original FF7 is in an open world. Whereas like the first part is all enclosed, right? And so I think they might just do. So the second one is just everything, because we've now made the entire open world.
What if they did? What if they put out the second one as a full price game?
Yeah.
But then just left out the ending.
That would be shitty.
And then they put out the ending. Would they leave out like as a $40 DLC? Well?
That would be really shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
People hated when Capcom did that for Asura's Wrath.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to that.
Square. Square. That's an immoral thing.
Square, do not interact.
If anything, make like the Golden Saucer DLC. Make fucking the weapons, the secret bosses DLC or whatever. Like,
but don't make it paid.
Or make if you really want to piss people off, but like it still be reasonable. Make the optional party members Yuffie and Vincent DLC.
Ooh. They're optional, like fully optional.
Oh, they're fully optional. If you want to, you can play through the entire game and not get them, or get their sections. But the game's better for it.
Okay. Number two. Hades.
Nice.
This game's great. It's great story. Awesome. I'm still technically not done it.
You know what? I'm gonna swap my 2 and 1 because that's how I'm feeling right this second.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're gonna get accurate to the second rankings. So you love Hades. It's a great roguelike.
I think it's great. It plays awesomely.
What's keeping it from number 1 for you?
I just like the game number 1 better.
Slightly better? Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, I can guess what it is.
Wow. How could you possibly know? It's almost as if I said it was coming later and there's only one more left.
Anyway, number 2 for me is Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Nice. How far are you in there? Like, which chapter are you at?
Oh, God. 6 or 7?
Have you gone to the business dimension?
I got captured by the torture guys.
Oh, by the Chinese.
Did that. Yeah, I did that. I beat that section, and now I'm out of there. I have done the business thing, and I fucking hate it.
I just went through it as fast as... Did you get the edition that gives you all the bullshit?
I did not.
Because I got to the very end of it. I'm like, I know how this works. I know I can do this successfully. I'm hiring Kiryu and Majima now. It's just like... It's whatever. Just...
Yeah, I hate that stuff. But I also hated the real estate thing.
I think the real estate thing was more interesting, at least, because you could at least actually go and play. But this is like literally like...
It's really not fun.
It's resource allocation and then like a weird Pokemon battle at the end.
Yeah, and the Pokemon battle parts are more fun.
Yeah, except it also just pisses me off that Japanese businesses work like that. It's like, I literally just made...
That's how all businesses work.
No, but I mean like how they go to the shareholder meeting and the move where you get like the level 3
level of apologies.
Where you like dive over the table and you go in full like... Fuck, I can't remember what the position's actually called. Yeah, like begging, and then you look up and it's like he's crying.
Yeah, it's funny,
ridiculous. But getting to see the commercials with Ichiban in them are so funny.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. I barely play it, honestly. Like
when you get
and I never buy anything. I'm making such small margins.
Yeah.
Every time. So every time afterwards where they're like, do you want to spend 10 million yen? I'm like, I have 100,000 yen in the bank right now.
You don't really get that till the end.
Yeah.
Until like you're in the third part, like on the third tier.
I haven't gotten to the level 100 yet.
Yeah. But
I'm like, I hate it. It's not fun. It's not fun. And I'm like, Ian beat it all in one fucking day.
Yeah.
I saw on thing. He got to the fucking trophy for getting to the business thing, and he beat it in the same fucking day.
It was like 3 hours apart.
Yeah. So I'm like, it must be fun, is what I was thinking. I'm like, when am I going to business? Ian beat it all in one day. It must be really fun. It must be great. I can't wait till I get to the business. This fucking... How did he beat...
I think maybe
How did he spend more than 5 minutes doing it?
I think my brain just works differently than yours, because I like got satisfaction out of like perfectly making those meters go up and shit.
Oh, it's not fun.
But without the... Like, I don't know. I think I just kind of got lucky with the hires as well. Because there's...
I'm not hiring anybody. I'm not paying extra wages. I don't have the money.
Hire them when you need them and then fire them when you don't. There's literally no punishment.
There is. You have to fucking... When you lay them off, you have to pay.
No, you don't. To lay them off, you don't have to pay. To re-recruit them, you have to pay.
Oh shit. I don't know, man. I don't hire that many people. I just like heal them or whatever when they get too tired.
Yeah, that's thank God there's that, because that was always the worst when you're doing the hostess mini game.
Yeah.
In like Kiwami 2 and 0.
The hostess thing's way more fun.
Yeah,
it's a trillion times more fun.
It's way more involved, but just like how you could, it's like, oh, they're in a bad mood, and it's like, guess I can't just use my number one girl now.
Yeah. Anyway, let me talk about the game itself. First of all, love Ichiban. He's great.
It's the best.
Really fun character.
Great himbo.
Like all the side characters. I like how much the story is kind of like not being about the thing it's about.
What do you mean?
At this point, like, it's not about Ichiban trying to figure out what's going on with
like
the
why he was shot
at all. He's not really. He doesn't give a shit. Like, it's just like most of what the game says is like respect sex work.
Yeah.
Respect. Ichiban says sex workers are better humans than fucking corporations.
I fucking hate Bleach Japan.
Bleach Japan sucks.
Every time they show up, I'm like, fuck off, nerds.
Well, it's like, they're bad because their non-profit is friends with the government. You're like, oh, yeah, they're bad
also,
people.
just the fact that they're puritanical.
Yeah, that too.
Their whole idea is that there's only black and white, and they want to bleach out all the gray stuff so then they can focus on just the black.
Yeah, it's like obviously inherently a straw man, but like, it's
then,
bad.
Oh man,
then
when you get like later on, you'll find out some shit and be like, oh no, you guys are the black. You guys are bad. You're villains.
That's fair. But they're clearly like a straw man for what must have been real organizations. Because that shit happened to Kabukicho in real life. Like the anti-Yakuza laws and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, because actually, that's why in Judgment, and you can, like, you get in fights in the streets and the cops will actually show up versus the old Yakuzas where it's like...
They never will.
Don't even bother. You can sit there for 3 hours.
Yeah. I really like this video game. Contrary to Ian, I would say that this turn-based is just as good as the regular fighting. My only issue is like sometimes
you haven't fought. It's like some of the bosses you'll fight. I just feel like I'm sitting there.
I fought the fucking guy in the thing. That was so fun.
That is fun. Yeah,
that's so fun.
But just sometimes it literally feels
the pound mates.
I haven't either because it costs money.
Yeah.
What the heck? Like I have a bunch of free ones. I'm just like I don't want to use those. I'll use it. I'm literally the asshole where it's like, why would I use the free version now? I might need it later.
Yeah, and it sucks that like most times you're in a dungeon or whatever or fighting a boss, you can't use them.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's the time when I would use summons in a fucking video game.
Well, it's like they're introduced by him dropping in on the street. So
Getty
like,
Buster Holmes.
Getty Buster Holmes.
I love
that his Japanese feels like it's getting worse.
Yeah. I love it. Gary Buster Holmes is one of my favorite like recurring characters.
Yeah, because he's so nothing. He's just
so goofy.
He's a dude you beat up in a fucking coliseum.
All he is like a guy who is one of the strongest and isn't from Japan and doesn't speak
He's just a giant black
well.
dude who is like a really good boxer in America, went to Japan, and then got involved in the homeless boxing rings.
Yeah. Like he in the crime coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking good game. Yokohama is kind of too big.
Yeah, but at least you can fast travel from anywhere.
Well, the problem, one thing the game doesn't tell you is that you have to unlock taxis by talking to them first.
Yeah, that's the word.
Which fucked me
sucks.
So hard.
Well, when you're doing you've done it. It's the part when you're going to the nursing home.
Yeah. It's really far away.
There's a fucking taxi in front of it.
Yeah.
And like, unless you go and talk to that taxi,
you don't get it.
You don't get it.
Yeah, that really fucked me a couple times.
Yeah.
Because I went all the way I did some of the Dragon Cart stuff, which is like in a really hard zone.
Yeah, which sucks. Some, it's like the zones are very hard, and then you hit like level 20.
I'm just at level 20, and like the people in the really hard zone, like the 4-star zones.
Yeah.
Fuck me still. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Because the highest I was getting forever was like 20 to 22. Now I'm at the point where I'm in the chapter that people were like grind for.
Yeah, you're in Kamurocho, right?
No, not there yet.
No? I thought that was the chapter that they
No, I'm on chapter 12 where maybe I go to Kamurocho. No, wait, I'm in Sotenbori.
You go to Sotenbori?
Yeah, I'm not telling you where though.
What do you mean where?
There's a specific location you go to.
Well, that's the specific location is
There's a building.
Do you go to the new fucking zone for Akiyama's business that he was building in 5?
No. I don't know yet because I literally was about to go there. This was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got there and it was like a bunch of talking sections. I'm like, I don't feel like doing this right now. And I saved the game inside of the location I'm talking about. But yeah, I think I'm about to meet Akiyama and shit.
That's sick.
Which means it's going to put me on the track because I know you meet Majima and Sajima and Kiryu at some point. So thanks, trailers.
I mean, they had
Majima and Sajima I was fine with. Kiryu, I was kind of like, I wish you kind of hit it. You didn't try to. You literally put it in the fucking trailer.
Well, to be fair, the first trailer showed Ichiban and Kiryu looking at each other when they first announced that there was like
But that was like such an old trailer. Like the game didn't even feel like that.
Well, that wasn't the game wasn't out yet. Like it wasn't like
even close to being out.
No, like I mean, they didn't really say what Yakuza 7 was. They were like, "There's a new guy, Ichiban. He looks like this."
Yeah, and the fact that Kiryu was in the trailer was to say it's a Yakuza game,
and it's passing the torch down. Yeah.
But it also just kind of looked like, it could have been like an Akiyama in Yakuza 4 or 5. It's like, oh no, this is just the new character you play like a quarter of the game with. So,
I love Akiyama.
Yeah, you just have your 3 party members, right?
Yeah. I have Psycho. I have Adachi and Nanba.
The next 2 you get like back to back.
Yeah, I met him. He breaks you out of the thing. It's Junki Han. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
kind of.
It's Junki Han.
Kind of.
Well, it's not the same Jungi Han that died.
Yes. Okay.
It's the real Jungi Han.
Sure. I was kind of
Right?
bummed. Did you meet his boss yet?
No.
Oh, man. She's so hot. Like, honestly.
I mean, Jun Gi-han breaks you out of the Chinese place.
Jun Gi-han is also really hot.
He is hot. Psycho says it, and then like no,
okay,
oh, you're attracted to that kind
you
of guy?
guys get that. You get him as a party member later on.
Who?
Jun Gi-han?
I think so.
Yeah, no, you do. I'm telling you.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you right now is you remember his outfit from 6?
Where the purple suit?
It's like that embroidered. It is kind of purpley, but he also has that scarf and he's shirtless underneath.
Yeah.
You could put him in that.
That's good. I have, so I switched my job for Ichiban to bodyguard.
I like the hero one.
I like the hero one too, but I decided that I was going to switch just for funsies.
Yeah, I put Adachi as bodyguard.
I put Ichiban as bodyguard, and it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And I put him in the, because I got the pack that comes with the outfits, I put him in the Yakuza 0 Majima outfit.
Nice.
Yeah.
With the eye patch?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it's got that eye patch, and he's got the sword. He looks sick.
I fucking hate changing Nanba's class.
Yeah.
I think Nanba should just stay homeless.
I have him as a musician.
I did too for a while. I don't understand the voltage, and it looks like something you have to grind to make good.
I think voltage is if you use an electric guitar.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's
no, because I got it with the normal guitar you get with it as well. I think Psycho is pretty good.
I have her as a hostess.
I put her as an idol.
Okay, so
she's really good as an idol.
For hostess, she does the fucking hostess move. It's kind of like her regular class because it uses the handbags as well. But for hostess, it's instead of it being multiple attacks, it's one heavy attack. And I love the animation because she holds her handbag and she just goes.
Nathan just mimed like holding the handbag like you had a fucking pair of brass knuckles on, just diving and punching someone.
It's like a Superman punch.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I got her. I have their loyalties all maxed out, so I can make them whatever I want.
Nice.
And I put her as like a matriarch.
Okay.
That class sucks. I'm gonna go back to either idol or maybe I'll try out that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
Yakuza.
That's Yakuza.
Yakuza's great. That's my number 2.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1. You want to go first?
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima is a great game.
It is a really great game. I honestly thought it was game of the year. Hades was a close contender. If I finished Yakuza Like a Dragon, who knows? It might have bumped all the way to the top. Mm-hmm. But Ghost of Tsushima was a game that when it was first announced, it was announced like next to Sekiro, and I was like, ugh, I don't fucking care.
Ghost of Tsushima, Sekiro, and Nioh 2 were all announced at the same E3.
Yeah, except I was I was so tired of it. I didn't care. Ghost of Tsushima looked like the most like, oh, this is the historically accurate one. I'm like, I don't want to play a historically accurate video game. I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to play video games. I don't want to play fucking...
And it wound up being,
old
I
tales.
think, both of our favorites of the 3.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah.
It has this... I get Sekiro has a story, but Ghost of Tsushima has a better story. It is a story about a man who needs to forsake his own honor to save his people and his country, yet his country forsakes him at the end, and he becomes a lawless individual. And there's a choice at the end that literally means nothing.
Well, its meaning is its own meaning.
Its meaning is whatever you put into it.
Yeah, like the meaning of the choice doesn't really lead to any gameplay.
Also, right now, I think I'm at the only point. I think Stevie is the only person I know who chose as they thought the best option was to kill your uncle.
No, yeah, I mean, like the not kill goes with your entire arc in my books. Like,
in my books as well.
It's about the rigid social structure and rules and expectations are wrong, and therefore we're going to rebel against.
And then if you kill your uncle because he says those rigid social status blah 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 bullshit
are correct, you're telling him he's right.
Yeah,
and he's not right.
Yeah. And then who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Blake about it, actually. Mm-hmm. I think Blake actually might have killed his uncle because he thinks he went from the perspective of if you don't kill your uncle, he's going back shamed and he's going to lose everything anyways. And I'm like, probably not.
But he's got his life. He's
got his life, and he would just lose his castle. He wouldn't lose his money.
Yeah.
And he might just be like, get like his fucking dad. Like how, like he'll just get you don't get your giant castle anymore.
Yeah.
You're not the dude for the Shogun anymore. You just go to the small castle over here. You can train people, but you're not as important.
Any life is better than any death.
I'd have to go to great extremes to be like, oh, but what if you were constantly being raped and tortured your whole life? It's like, well then that's like almost death. But
I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
But you could get out of it.
Yeah, there's always hope.
Yeah.
All right, so Ghost of Tsushima.
That's your number
Game
one?
of the year, 9 out of 10. The birds were fine.
What was the thing with the birds?
Fucking Chris was like, the birds are stupid. I got in arguments
following
with Chris,
the birds to
following
secrets?
the birds was dumb because you could just find the secrets on your own, and then also the map just opened up at the end anyway, so it was stupid. And I'm just like, but they were neat at the start of the game. Like, you don't...
They wanted to discourage you from opening the map as much.
Yeah, I still did because I'm paranoid.
Yeah.
But like in Breath of the Wild, at the beginning of the game, they teach you to look through with your fucking super scope on the Sheikah slate to see where shit is.
Yeah.
Because you can see the glowing patterns. By the end of the game, you're not fucking doing that because you found them all, and sometimes it might be nice to have a little fucking bird be like, come check out this alcove.
Yeah. And the foxes, I think, like, again,
the foxes were tedious, but I still enjoyed them because I got to pet them at the end.
You could argue that it is a bit overfull, as a lot of open world games are. But if you actually look at how many of each of the things there are, you'll find that like it's pretty shockingly low when you compare it to like the more recent Assassin's Creed.
Also, they were really cool about the collectibles to get the trophies. All you need to do is collect 20 of them.
Yeah,
you don't get a reward.
Collectibles. Like the fox dens, you have to get all of. You have to get all of the
collectibles that you got.
The climbing ones are so cool.
Which ones?
The climbing ones, like the shrines or whatever.
Oh yeah, those were fine.
They're so cool.
I had some issues with just like the input stuff.
The duels are so fucking sick.
Yeah,
they're all so good.
Except I hate that the final one. You know how you were doing all the duels so you could go fight that guy who's been like immortal forever or some shit
in the cave. Yeah, that one's a little less cool.
I hate that it's in a cave. I wish it was on a mountain or something.
Yeah,
but fighting that dude while lightning was striking around you and shit.
That's such a fucking cool shit.
I like that all the techniques in the game are just like they're not actual mythically there.
Yeah.
Except you do some mythical bullshit like you fucking slice that thunderbolt.
Yeah.
But like lightning bolt. But whatever. It's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Alright, what was your number one?
Oh, do you want to grab it? My number one game of the year is a game I very recently got, and I'm still not done. But it's the video game 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. And I am so glad I got this game.
Is there two discs in there? Why is this case so fucking thick? Okay.
Comes in an art book. Yeah, so they put Cyberpunk in a giant case too because it comes with a book too.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, 13 Sentinels. My top two games, by the way, are published by the same fucking publisher, Sega. Sega. You want to reach out? Oh.
Hey, fuck off with this. Get out of here.
But yeah.
Ian's having mic issues over here.
He's having mic issues. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is like one of its 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is 2020's Nier Automata, and like in a completely different way, but it's one of the best games.
She's late for anime school.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fun bit. The game.
You lowered that. You're young. Go on.
Okay. The game it starts off. It's anime ass Breakfast Club sometimes, where you're like all the characters start off as very much their like obvious sort of stereotypes of characters, but once you get to know them, they're like much deeper than that. There's 13 protagonists. The way the story is told is really cool. The battle system is kind of meh, but whatever. It's not. You don't have to do it that much. Sort of. It's interesting. I haven't even finished like the first group of. I'm like halfway through the story, and I got to a point where somebody's like, "You need to have the battles done up to here," and that's like 10 battles more than I've fucking done. Because like you do them completely separately. It's like a separate selection on the menu. But I like the battle system. It's an interesting take on the Fire Emblem style, like tactical turn-based RPG. Huh?
I found the delinquent girl.
She's so good.
Yeah,
Yuki?
I can tell. Yeah, Yuki Takamiya. She's got that fucking...
She's a fucking fave.
Yeah, she's got that skirt lowered.
Yeah.
She's got that midriff, but she's young, so I'm not gonna say anything more.
She says yada yada.
She's got gloves.
She doesn't. I hate that she has gloves on the key art, but she doesn't in game.
Oh, what the fuck?
So annoying.
She's holding a gun without the gloves too.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't like this guy.
But who?
Renya.
Renya Goto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that character.
Oh, look, I'm the student council president. Or
He's
whatever.
that character.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. You know what though? He's like that character in the expanded story.
This is the girl who's always sick.
No, that girl. I'm not going to tell you shit.
She has head trauma at least.
Everything.
And she has pills next to her. Why else
Yeah.
would I think that?
Yeah, she's all fucked up. She's got some trubs, for sure. So it's a game that's like very easy to spoil, and so I'm trying to watch what I say. But like,
This guy's a villain.
no,
Damn, because I just assumed with that.
he's one of the protags, huh?
Well, like you know.
Well, no, Ian.
Turncoat.
He wore that white coat in 1945 when he was in regular high school. The rest of the game, most of it takes place in 1985.
What, he's
Time
40
travel.
years older. Okay.
No. He's the same age, but he got stranded in 85.
Oh, okay.
It's like that's one of the first story bits. Sorry, guys, but yeah.
I didn't say a name.
This video game is, you may think of it as a mecha thing because there are robots in it. It is not. It is a time travel thing. Sort of. Maybe. It's confusing. Maybe it's time travel. Okay. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Anyways, I don't like the art.
What? What the fuck is
There's
wrong with
just
you?
something with the way these characters look.
The art's so gorgeous.
They look really pale. They look like they're anemic to me.
The watercolor painting style, Ian.
It's all right.
It's so good in the game. Like, honestly, the game's visually
Get the
incredible.
fuck back in my asshole. I'll do it.
But anyway, 13
I'll
Sentinels
peter
Aegis
down.
Rim is Vanillaware's most ambitious video game. It's one of the best fucking games Atlas has put out. Like, period. It's so good. Like, fuck, man. And like, the reason why I was like, fuck, I can't believe I missed this game when it came out, was when somebody posted like, here are the two most important reviews for 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, and one of them was like, Masahiro Sakurai, Vanillaware has created like one of my favorite games in a long time, and then the name under, Yoko Taro.
Oh, man.
Yoko Taro, I don't fucking care if Atlas dies tomorrow, keep Vanillaware safe. And I'm like, oh shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm never going to play this game.
Why?
Until for 3 years later, I'll play it and be like, wow, Nathan, you were right.
Yeah,
it really is hitting those fucking buttons for me right now. It's just, it's like every fucking day I'm seeing some other person say, it's the best game of all time. It's the greatest. It's
I don't want to like overhype
awesome.
it to you because like
no, you can't overhype it to me because it's already been done.
Yeah, I want to de-overhype it for you, but also it's a great game. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's your kind of game, Ian, because it's mostly walking around talking to people.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, truly, it is a side scroller where you walk around and talk to people and think about shit in the thought brain section. Like, you literally, and then you're like trying to put together the order that the story is in.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
And understand the secrets and the mysteries and like, what the fuck does this mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's what the game is. The game is literally like, one of the three options on the main menu is fucking archive, where you're trying to unlock all the mystery files and look and try to put the fucking events in order and try to understand
so
them.
like Detroit Become Human.
No. No, it's not like Detroit Become Human. Detroit Become Human all takes place in order.
No, but there's like the different paths you can do by saying different things and like find whatever you find.
Yeah,
I was
mean,
just trying to see
yeah.
if you would get very offended.
I would say like, if you like Zero Escape for the story,
Yeah.
you would probably like this.
Cool.
Did you play 999?
No.
No, okay. It's kind of like that, but the gameplay's different. 999 is half visual novel, half escape room.
Yeah.
And this game's like there's no visual novel because you're actually running around in a side scroll. Are you we want to wrap it up?
No, just the game of the year section. I just want to pee.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the game. That's the goatees, guys. Right.
Well, some of these we've already talked about.
Yeah, most of the weeks I've already talked about.
Not DMC5.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to say. Like, honestly, The reason we picked the goaties is because we had big weeks, but not big weeks. Because most of it is in the goaties. Like, let me just real quick. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. It's a good game.
When I get my TV, I'll probably pick it up.
It's a good game.
Because I didn't want to get it. Because I want to play that shit at 4K or at a higher frame rate. I want to see how it looks.
Ian?
What?
If you do 4K ray tracing, it struggles to hit 30 FPS.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wanted to look around then.
Yeah. 1080p ray tracing, you got 60 FPS and it looks great.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Honestly, though, like, it's not as good as ray tracing in some other games because this is more clearly, like, just a port. You know what I mean?
You don't really need ray tracing in an action game.
Yeah. Like, it's fucking... Devil May Cry is already, like, a really incredible looking game.
Yeah.
It was my game of the year last year.
Same, I think.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do my honorable mention, which was Among Us, because Among Us can't be...
Yeah. Among Us is allowed to be an honorable
mention. It doesn't count under our rules.
My honorable mention is Fortnite. Fuck you, Apple.
Apple's fucking fascist just pro...
Help us fight back against our fascist dictator. Here's your box of propaganda, Greg Miller.
Hey, man, listen.
I'd take it. They gave out free phones with it. I'd fucking take that shit.
Dude, everybody's talking shit on Greg Miller saying he's not a journalist, guys.
He used to be. He's not anymore.
He's a fucking... But, like, even games journalists don't have that.
Oh, it's not real, yeah.
It's like, whatever. He's, like, more of a reviewer than a journalist. And fucking sending him a box full of bullshit. Like, dude, I would say good shit about Fortnite. I've played it for 20 minutes in my entire life. I would say good shit about Fortnite.
Did he even say anything good? I swear he just
was like, yo, I got this shit. Like... The post was like, thanks, Epic. That was like pretty much it.
I would be like, oh shit, grab the phone, toss the rest in the trash, thanks guys, and then like open the phone and delete the preloaded Fortnite.
I'd probably wear the clothes. I'd probably keep it. I'd probably fucking keep all the bullshit.
I only wear like band shirts, so I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
I'd wear a Fortnite shirt.
I just like that they like totally lost this battle like immediately.
They didn't lose against Apple. They actually have a legitimate point. It's just they suck.
They have a legitimate point against everyone, though, including their own store.
Right. No, they don't.
Whatever. We're not going to talk about this.
We mentioned this when it was new, but effectively, Apple does have a monopoly over apps that go on Apple phones. But I think that could also work against the console manufacturers like Sony.
Yeah. So let's get the Epic Game Store on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Where there's no card
what would be
option.
cool is then they could then when Epic has those ridiculous sales because they really want people to use their fucking store, then you're gonna get games on your PS5 for super cheap.
Yeah.
Like I got some game called like the Flower Collectors for like $6 because of the sale, and you know what? I'll check it out because it's an indie game where you play an ex-cop who like witnesses a crime outside their on their balcony, and then you try to talk to journalists and get it figured out. Apparently, it sounds cool. It sounds like a fun game.
Unless I play full price for a game, I just probably will keep it in my backlog forever. It's normally how it ends up for me.
That's fair. Like World War Z.
That's because my friends were like all done with it by the time I actually had it downloaded.
Yeah,
because it wasn't worth the money.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 5. Good game.
Cool. Do you think if Cyberpunk like ran better and was a finished game, it could have made it like into the 10th spot?
It was number 10 for a while, but it and Resident Evil 3 got kicked out by Yakuza and 13 Sentinels.
Resident Evil 3 was an initial thought for me, but then I'm like, I played the game 3 times and I still only have like 8 hours in it.
You really liked that.
I did. I think it's a really fun game.
It's a good game.
But like I wouldn't put
it best of the year.
No, wasn't even close.
I had Cyberpunk under it, even though I played more of Cyberpunk because just Cyberpunk is in such an unfinished state, and I don't like the way they made it, and so I was like, I don't want this on my list. But currently, I'm really liking Cyberpunk, and now I haven't played Cyberpunk since the 24th.
I played it yesterday, and I had some really fun bugs.
I
was standing on this fucking like spot where it's like a weird giant roundabout, and the cars coming off the highway into the roundabout, for some reason it just moved a barrier like over onto the road, and they all kept driving off of the road into the barrier. But then, like, when I first had the game running, they would do that, but then they would drive through, but parts of their car would just fly all over the place. I was like, this is hilarious.
That game is fucking busted, and it's not in a good state, and I don't want to give it any... I didn't want to send them a Hole-ie. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They don't deserve it. Even if it would have just been the piece of paper with a picture of Ian's asshole, like, they don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Your asshole's too good for that person.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I was going to shave everything for the Game Awards, but the Hole-ies.
The Hole-ies. I'm keeping that for next year. I'm gonna for next year when like we can do stuff, we're gonna film like a video and it's gonna be a fake Game Awards, and I'm gonna try to get like maybe work in Blender and do a 3D fucking trophy
and then send
with
it to like a 3D
asshole.
printer place. And they'd be like, please make this, because I don't own a 3D printer. I'm not fucking buying one.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I was probably just gonna like CGI it in Blender and then put it in the video. But yeah,
I didn't break it. I just did.
No, you didn't.
I
You
made
took
the
clip
noise.
off.
Yeah,
it's fine. But yeah, like Cyberpunk. Again, I like Cyberpunk. It is a game that ticks boxes in my brain, and I like some of the stuff. But god fucking damn it, if there isn't a new thing for me to be annoyed about with it every goddamn day. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, hey Ian, are you a straight man?
Yeah.
Okay, you can date one of 4 characters in my video game.
Awesome. It's one of
It's Panem. It's Panem.
Yeah, cool.
Are you a gay man?
Yeah.
You can only date a really annoying corporate loser guy.
Oh.
I haven't met the character, but everybody hates him. It's everybody's least favorite.
That sucks.
Ian, are you a straight woman?
No.
Well, if you are, you can only date a cop, River Ward, but he's actually a decent character. But whatever. Is he like
that fucking cop archetype where he's like, I know the whole system's corrupt, I'm fighting it from the inside?
Sort of. Have you not gotten the mission where like you get the phone call and they're like, you got to investigate the death of the mayor?
No.
Okay, that's a really fun mission, honestly. Like I really.
Wait, they killed them. Wasn't the mayor a black guy?
When?
What?
In Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Who's the black guy I keep seeing? Maybe he's a governor or something. I don't know. Whatever. Move on.
Anyway, like you can date that cop, and if you're a gay woman, you can date Judy, which is probably the best one.
It is the best one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Judy and Panem are the best two, honestly.
Yeah, but like
I really like Panem.
Why can't I just fuck any of them?
Yeah.
Why do you gotta give?
Well, and the game doesn't even tell you. Like when they reject you, they don't say, "Oh, sorry, I'm gay." They just like reject you.
Yeah. They're like, "Ew, what the fuck?" Oh. What the? Oh! Don't touch that pillow for a while.
I won't.
Well, it usually stays over here anyways. Yeah, that was a lot of faces of disgust. It's like, have you seen that meme where it's like a bus parked on like a rail, like an oncoming train track?
Yeah.
And it just says, dude, the worst she could say is no, and then the train hits it and it says ew.
Oh, no, it's the trolley problem?
No, it's not the trolley problem. It's like actually like a real like picture of like an actual like bus getting hit by a train.
Oh, because I saw one that's the trolley problem, and then it's like, and it's like the top one is like of where it's one person is like, she says yes. The bottom one where it's like multiple people, she says no, and in both you can move on. And then it's like it does the multi-track drifting, ew, and it's like on both tracks.
What if she said ew yes? I'd be like, okay.
I'm into that. Honestly, if she's like, oh yeah, I love reading manga where it's disgusting guy. What is it? The hentai thing? It's like
ugly bastard.
Ugly bastard.
Yeah.
I love
Which
ugly
I don't
bastard
understand,
hentai.
because that dude, that's a common tag with NTR. Which is
where it's like you cheat on your ugly bastard, or you cheat on someone with an ugly bastard.
You cheat on someone with an ugly bastard, but NTR is a more popular tag with women.
Yeah.
Because normally, in good NTR, the woman leaves her shitty husband...
Who is an ugly-ish
No, he just leaves... Her husband's like an asshole in some way. Like maybe he's like an older guy and they're in like a loveless marriage and he goes and fucks some hot young dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, also, you're a coward.
I think that's NTR for men who want to be cucked.
No, because cuck is also a separate genre. NTR is like cucking with malice.
Oh. No, but I think people who want to be cucked also want to be cucked with malice.
No, but it's like pure hatred. Not like, oh, his dick is better than yours. It's like, you're a piece of shit. You're scum of the earth. I wish I never had kids. I would kill our daughter if I didn't love her. Yeah, it's like...
That's funny.
Yeah, NTR is like hatred.
Damn.
Or actually, a lot of time I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's like, damn.
Wasn't there a famous?
Women are into this.
Isn't there a famous bad anime that's called like literally called like, or it's like Netsuzuno Trap, and that's about like two people who are dating dudes, but they're two women who are dating dudes, but then they're seeing each other on the side.
I think so.
Yeah. So I don't think they hate the dudes in that one. I think they're just being kind of shitty. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's not where
I haven't seen the. I have not seen the. I've literally seen the poster.
You're probably also not as familiar with the tag as I am.
I'm not, because I don't like hentai. It's really gross most of the time.
All porn is gross.
Yeah, but like with a human person, there's like a limit that what you can do with that.
I'm not into that. I don't know. There's just something about it that I enjoy more.
I want to look into somebody's eyes and see life in it. No, I don't know. I
don't want that. Also, you're not finding that in porn. They're all dead inside.
That's not even true.
I know. If you're an amateur.
Nowadays. In the 70s, you're accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, so
what'd you do? What was the thing you said I would hate?
I've relapsed, Nathan.
Oh, the World of Warcraft thing?
I've been playing World of Warcraft, and it's all Kyle's fault.
It's all Kyle's fault. Because
we were playing Among Us one night, and then I think Lee asked me, he's like, Ian, do you play WoW? And I'm like, I used to. And he's like, oh, man, I was hoping you would. You did. I'm like, why? I'm like, Shadowlands is really good. And I'm like, and then we were talking, and like, why are you singing Stan?
And I can't see it all. And even if
Wait,
I could,
what song is that?
I'll be great. That the pictures on the wall, it reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Well, it's from another song.
Dido.
It's sampled. Yeah.
Yeah,
sampled
that's
in Stan.
Okay,
it is the chorus of Stan, but also it's
because you started singing. I'm like, wait, that sounds like Stan, but also there's a longer version of it that's not in Stan. Yeah. No, so they like completely rebuilt WoW again.
Okay.
Like you can play the level cap is 60 again.
Might as well play old school RuneScape.
Kyle and Lee already do that. I'm not gonna play that shit. Yeah, but they like redid it. My old waifu in that game is now a giant villain, and seems pretty irredeemable at this point.
What's the one where it was a weeb one and you could fly? And that was the whole thing that you could do about it. That was the big thing, the MMO.
Genshin Impact?
No, like an old one, like from WoW days, like
from WoW days. I wouldn't say there's any weeb ones.
I think it was like called something like Fly Free or fucking something like that.
No,
it was there was like a niche MMO.
Oh, okay, it was a niche MMO, like so it wasn't WoW.
Fuck it, whatever. I'm playing Final Fantasy 11 online. The original FF.
Was it MMO. WildStar? Is that
no, maybe it was called like Fairies Fly Free or something like that.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. WoW's cool again. You can like the dumbest thing. I'll fucking tell you about this bullshit. Do you know how much it costs to do a character boost from level 1 to level 50?
Yeah.
Just take a guess.
Oh, it's Flyfe. It was Flyfe.
Flyfe?
Yeah, Flyfe. Yes. So it's FLYFF, which is Fly for Fun. Oh. It's a free-to-play browser-based fantasy MMORPG with a unique flying system. It was a weeb one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's weeb, but like not like it's mid-2000s weeb. Look at this picture. Classic mid-2000s weeb.
Yeah. It's almost like Adventure Quest.
Yeah.
All right. Shit. They kicked this keyboard. All right. Just give me a number here.
Yep.
Level 1 to 50. How much do you think it costs to skip that leveling?
I don't know, $15.
Wow. Sick lowball.
I wouldn't pay more than that.
I wouldn't either.
Hold on. Because how much does it cost to play the video game?
To play the video game from level 1 to 50,
just to play it at all.
Well, there's different levels of playing. Okay. Because you can play level 1 to 20 for free.
Okay.
And then from 20 to 50, you have to have a monthly subscription, so like $15.
Okay.
And then Shadowlands is like $54 for the base version.
And does that come with all the previous
Yes.
expansions?
Just paying for your subscription gives you all the previous expansions now.
Okay, so I'm paying $15 a month plus $55 for Shadowlands.
Yeah.
And then
And you didn't want to play the old content. You want to go straight to Shadowlands. How much do you think a character boost
doesn't it
is?
cost like not that much in 14? Like if a 14, like
It
isn't
costs
pretty
a
cheap?
lot more in 14 actually.
Really?
Yeah, because 14's it's not a character level boost. It's a story skipping because you can skip the main story stuff, do side quests to level up instead, and then you can. But then you still have to be at the place in the story. You can't just start the story, so you have to give them like $40 to skip the A Realm Reborn quest.
So it's like 40. It's like 40 in 14.
Yeah, in 14.
So and I said 15 in WoW.
Yeah.
And you said low ball. So what? It's like 35.
It's like $89.
So wait, why did you say it's more expensive in 14? If it's
Because
$40?
14 is because 14 you don't get a level increase.
Oh.
You have to level up 1 to 50 still. You just get to skip the story.
Oh, that's dumb. I would do the opposite.
Yeah, it's dumb as fuck. Okay. But so WoW, it's
good.
$89. Guess how long it takes to actually level from 1 to 50 right now?
It's like no time at all because all the things are big XP.
Yeah, it's like 10 hours.
That's more time than I would playing WoW total, but yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, why would you? The pricing is so fucking off that like you pay so much money to skip no work at all.
Well, the thing is that's the cost of like a full video game that's like new and good.
Yeah. So you're paying double video game cost.
You could buy like. Hold on, let me just think, because like
you could buy
Devil May Cry Special Edition for $55.
Yeah,
and that's just a good game.
Mm-hmm. And it's a full game,
and you'd be playing a good video game instead of a not good one.
Yeah, okay.
And
don't be mean about that.
I don't think it's mean to say. Devil May Cry Special Edition is a really fucking good game.
Yeah, but you just said WoW's a not good game.
Fine, it's a better video.
There we go.
It's an overall much better video game, significantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that I've already played through Devil May Cry 5, and I have. Well, now I've played through Shadowlands.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the end game content shit now. But yeah, so fucking man, playing through with Kyle is so rough because Kyle has his hardcore ADD brain.
Yeah. And
so you'll be like,
I bought Kyle a game for Christmas. He hasn't started it yet, but like he was like happy that I got him.
What game did you get him?
I got him Yakuza 0.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I want to see how he feels because I'm like lots of story, but he liked Hades.
There's more story in Yakuza 0, but when you actually have control of Yakuza,
yeah, it's super fun.
It flows a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder how he's gonna react. I also bought you Disco Elysium.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was on Discord on December 24th.
Yeah.
At like 11 at night.
Yeah.
And I said like, oh man, Nathan bought me a game. I bet it's some fucking bullshit like Disco Elysium or something. Hits midnight, game just gets deposited in my inventory, and everyone just hears me go, motherfucker!
What's wrong with Disco Elysium? You said you wanted to check it out.
I don't know, maybe.
You said last year when I was like Disco Elysium top 5.
I just say that to be polite sometimes.
You were like, oh, I want to check it out actually. I want to see if you wind up being a socialist cop like I was.
When does the fully voiced version come out?
Oh, the update?
Yeah.
I think in a couple months.
Okay, then I'll probably
It already has a lot of voice acting.
Yeah, but I'll probably just wait till the fully voiced one's out.
I was going to buy it again on PS5 because there's a PS5 version, and I hope the controller play.
That would be fun.
Is good.
The haptic feedback and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really anything to do haptic feedback.
I don't know. They
it's
could
like
probably
an
figure something
isometric.
out.
It's an isometric.
They could probably figure something out. Like maybe if you're like near a clue or something, the game's like, ooh.
Oh, it could be like.
Yeah, like,
that'd be cool.
Puts you in the right direction.
Yeah, or you could have when your inner thoughts talk to you, it could come out of the controller speaker.
It could, yeah, or maybe it comes out of both. To be like, oh, it's a weird echo thing.
It's creepy.
Because what game did that to me? I think in Spider-Man it does that, and I just didn't notice.
Oh yeah, when you web swing, I was telling you like every web you shoot, sound comes out, and you were like, I didn't even fucking notice.
Yeah. Man, so we blew through your week. I'm continuing my fucking Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke.
How do you feel about it?
Are
you beating who is it? Are you playing Anthony or Stevie?
I'm playing with / against Anthony.
Okay.
I'm still.
Are you beating him?
I think I'm beating him by like one Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Because we're just gonna.
Not by like a gym, you mean?
No, we're trying to stay at the same pace, but we're like counting. Because with Nuzlocke, you see how many have died. He's lost like I think 8, and I think I'm up to 7 now. But I lost my starter.
Did you lose fucking Arceus?
Yes, my starter. Cold Pre, he's dead.
You killed God, yeah.
I didn't kill him. Someone else did. Someone got like a critical when they really shouldn't have, and I was like, motherfucker. And then I lost Lil Hot Pre, which it was a fucking like level 50 Torterra, and I was like, no, my children are dead. So now we're in the second part of Pokemon Soul Silver. And I'm just like, I lost my 2 favorites now, though. Yeah. So after we finish that, though, we're going to start...
Pokemon X.
No, the randomizer program that we're using just doesn't work very well.
Oh.
And also, we're not on a 3DS emulator. We're on a DS emulator.
Well, there aren't any good 3DS emulators yet.
Oh, there is.
Are there? I thought they were still kind of shitty, like the Wii U one. You know how the Wii U one's kind of shitty? And the PS3 one's pretty shitty?
I think it's just okay at this point.
I'm waiting on the PS3 one.
Like, the DS
PS3
one,
fucking
the
cool.
most popular DS one, Destiny,
yeah,
or whatever the fuck, it's not even considered to be very good. It's not even done. It's just the best option you got.
D-Smoom is good. Like, it works.
But it's like 0.9. It's not even their, like, full release.
But it works. I mean, the problem is we've all been God blessed with, like, Dolphin, which is a perfect emulator.
Yeah, well, which is the most worked on. Because
it
had a big community working on it, because they all wanted Melee to work on it.
Because but it's Wii and GameCube, which is like really good.
It was. I know you don't like the Smash Bros community, but I think the Melee and Brawl guys really pushed for Dolphin to be good.
Yeah, I mean the Brawl guys are fine.
The Brawl guys are the most fucked up to me.
The Brawl guys are chill. They're like, we only play fighting games with tripping.
What about Project M?
Project M is for kind of
because that's where all the Brawl guys really were.
Oh,
is they were on Project M.
I mean, Project M I think is technically better than Melee, but then they made that shitty game that nobody played when the Project M devs.
Which one was it?
I don't fucking remember.
Definitely wasn't Rivals.
No, it was the one that nobody played, and I remember at a party looking it up and telling you, and then forgetting immediately.
Oh man.
It was on Steam, and I think it got delisted. No.
Oh.
These are games that are successful.
Was it the one that it was like a character-based one as well?
Yeah, it was very clearly
like
a Smash,
Overwatch?
Smash clone. However, the thing is like, it had no characters.
Oh man, I think I know what you're talking about, and I think the characters they had were like super generic.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Project M devs new game. Here it is. Icons Combat Arena.
Oh yeah.
They did Icons Combat Arena, which I don't think you can buy anymore.
Yeah, this is exactly the game I was thinking of. Icons Legend Legacy Edition on Steam.
Icons Combat Arena was a free-to-play platform fighting game designed by hardcore fans to be a love letter to the genre. 6 of 10 Steam rating.
Yeah.
And then now it's paid. It's a community tribute release that makes important product updates like an input delay-free offline mode and hundreds of unique cosmetics for $5. It literally got delisted.
And then relisted by a different company.
Yeah. Because, but the developer was called Wave Dash Games. Because of fucking course they were.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it came out in like 2018.
Yeah.
And died immediately upon impact. It was.
I think I saw Alpharad make a video for it back.
It was the fucking radical heights of its death.
So there was a bunch of like Smash clones that came out in 2018.
Yeah, but I think like Brawlhalla and Rivals of Aether like
Brawlhalla stuck around because it's like a Smash game for kids.
Brawlhalla, which one? One of them stuck around because Ubisoft bought them.
Yeah, Brawlhalla.
That was Brawlhalla.
Yeah,
but people like that one.
Like that. I would say kids like that one.
people like it. Like, a lot of people say it's pretty good. Like, I heard Rivals is better.
Rivals is better competitively.
Because it's the indie one.
It's made by one guy.
Yeah, but Brawlhalla is supposed to be pretty good.
When are they going to put the car from Rocket League in, though?
They put fucking Battletoads in.
But they also put in...
the Ninja Turtles, right? Didn't they?
No, that's Brawlhalla.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No, I was saying... that was a meme, is once Dan Forney's going to add car from Rocket League, because they put Ori in there.
Oh, I thought Ori was also in Brawlhalla.
Ori could be in both.
Oh, damn. But Ori from Ori and the Blind Forest, I mean, that's a good get. That game's fucking great.
Yeah. He's a good character, too.
Yeah.
They had another character, I can't remember what he's called, but he looked like the dude. He looked like a furry version of the Hyperlight Drifter. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think they put Hyperlight Drifter in one of those types of games.
Brawlhalla is the one that gets like all the fucking pull. There is like a new fighter that people are trying to make that's mostly indie game characters.
Yeah, and then there was the really shitty Japanese one that was published by that company that sucks. The company that took Cave Story away from its developer, Pixel.
I don't know.
I'm gonna hold on. I have Cave Story Plus. Okay, Nicalis put out a fighter, a shitty one, and it's got like game people from all their games or whatever, and one of the characters is Isaac from Binding of Isaac.
They have like the dumbest, like I'm looking at Brawlhalla's crossovers they have.
Yeah.
They have
Battletoads.
No, from X-Ray and Valve, that Rooster Teeth property when Ray worked there.
Oh.
They had Mogar. I don't know if this is the same character or not, but it says Mogar and the Mad King. Mm-hmm. They have Rano from Rivals of Aether. From Shovel Knight, they have every knight.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight, Black Knight, King Knight, Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, Enchantress. They got Rayman. That's why Rayman's not in Smash.
Rayman.
He's in Brawlhalla. They got from Hellboy. They have Hellboy and 3 other names I don't know.
Who are they?
Grogach.
Okay, don't know that.
Daimyo.
Okay.
Nemu.
So no, they didn't put Abe Sapien?
Nope.
Why not?
And then they have a WWE crossover.
Yeah.
The Rock, John Cena, Xavier Woods, Becky Lynch, Macho Man, The Undertaker, Asuka, and Roman Reigns.
Wow. They just took Macho Man out of his fucking cemetery plot and put him in the game?
Yeah. Adventure Time, they got Finn, Jake, and Princess Bubblegum.
That's cool.
Steven Universe, they got Stavoni, Pearl, Amethyst, and Garnet.
That's cool.
As you can tell, I'm getting fucking hungry because I said garlic. They got Lara Croft in there.
Oh.
They got Forearms, Diamond Head, and Heat Blast from Ben 10.
That's sick.
And then they have Michonne, Rick Grimes, and Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead invading every fighting game.
Technically, Brawlhalla is the same universe as Tekken now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically more American Smash Bros.
Yeah. Which was Sony's thing originally.
Sort of.
Yeah. Well, they had Japanese stuff, and they're a Japanese game dev, but they had Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'd love to see Nathan Drake in Smash, just because, like, because people are like, oh, fucking, this character has a gun? That's so weird.
Joker.
Like, Joker, and I'm like, Joker still kind of fits. Like, he's anime, but, I mean, some other characters are pretty anime. You know what I mean? Like, it still fits.
There's characters in Smash that have killed people.
Yeah, a lot of them have.
Yeah, Samus. Kirby as well. Kirby's committed mass murder.
Yeah.
Ganondorf, Link.
Yoshi committed war crimes in Afghanistan.
Oh, man. You just reminded me of what I fucking said last night while we were watching The Mandalorian.
What?
Have you seen the episode up to... What episode have you seen up to?
I don't know. I think the last one I saw was the one where they dropped the egg lady off, I think, maybe.
Oh,
maybe
wow, like season 3, episode 3.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. There's
just an episode later on where, like, a person sees Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And she's like, I knew a man but like this back in the day. And I just said, yeah, unfortunately he was addicted to ketamine. but he liked to drive us around in his 1999 Honda Civic. Because if you look up Yoda, there's that image where it's like
ketamine addict.
ketamine adding, weapons, lightsaber, 1999 Honda Civic. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're out.
I was just going to give one more, which is Donut County.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I played that game.
That game's great.
It's all right. It's cute.
I mean,
gameplay-wise, it's just whatever, but it's just cute.
Over Christmas and stuff, like, my mom's just been, like, fucking undue stress. Like I said, my grandmother is dealing with fucking Alzheimer's and shit.
When did you say that?
In a previous episode of the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been real rough around here. Yeah. So, for around Christmas, I got myself / my mom got for me, because like I was buying it for myself and then it came like right on Christmas and my mom was like, okay, well, you know, I'll pay you back for it and put it under the tree. And I was like, okay, sick. So I got.
He's running across very excitedly. It was a very sweet prance.
Got the Annapurna Deluxe Edition collector's thing, which has all of their PS4 games: Donut County, Gorgagoa, Kentucky Route Zero, Outer Wilds, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Telling Lies, Watam, and What Remains of Edith Finch on disc.
Ooh,
it's pretty cool. Anyway, Donut County's in there, and my mom hasn't really had a new video game to play in a while, and I was like, why don't you play Donut County? It's fun.
And then Sayonara Wild Hearts.
I don't know if she could play that.
It's just pretty.
Hard. It's pretty.
Yeah, but also you can fail in that one. Like you can finish a level.
Yeah, you can skip and shit.
Yeah. So I don't know, that one's worth trying out.
Yeah, I'll make her play it.
Maybe Watam.
I don't think she'd like Watam.
Yeah, probably not.
It's kind of too baby. Because she always talks, like, for somebody who doesn't really play video games, she kind of talks shit about every video game that doesn't try to look like a real thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sounds like most gamers.
Yeah. So even though she mostly plays the Lego games, which is like, all right, dude, it literally looks nothing like a real person.
It's like when people were yelling about crunch back when like The Last of Us 2 was about to come out.
Yeah. And
that fucking asshole made that post where it's like 60 hours crunch, and it was a picture of like Ellie, and it said no crunch, and it was a picture of like Animal Crossing, and I'm like, these games are totally different.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing doesn't look like that because they don't want to crunch their people.
Yeah, it looks like that because it was a choice.
Yeah. But
they probably did have crunch on that fucking game.
Western normie gamers are fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, it's really dumb. Like, Hades is game made with no crunch next to fucking Last of Us. And you know what looks better? Fucking Hades.
Well, in terms of realism, The Last of Us.
I'm saying
that's not an art style.
Literally better. Like, Hades looks nice. Like, it's got better contrast between, like, the lining. It's like, whatever. It's a better looking thing overall, right? Even though they're going for different styles.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And on top of that, fucking Last of Us needed to suck on Daddy Sony's dick for all the money, whereas Hades didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
They're fully independent.
Yeah. And they're cool
They signed a contract for 1 year exclusivity on fucking Epic Game Store.
And that gave them enough money to not do crunch.
Yeah.
Because they probably have a studio head that's like, what do you mean? I don't know. I make a bit more than everyone else here.
And every game they make,
fairly.
and every fucking video game they make is like a critical darling. Bastion, Transistor, Pyre.
Hades,
but like...
I only like one of those games.
Bastion?
No, it's obvious. I said fucking Hades.
You didn't like Bastion?
I didn't play it.
You didn't like Transistor, a really fucking great game?
Was bored.
Oh, that's on you. That's on you, because everybody else liked that game.
Hey man, I didn't say I'm not a normie. I just understand how the video game shit works.
Yeah.
Or I wish for it to. I don't, some people will tell you I don't understand it, but I would like to, in a way where the creatives of the video game world get to make things they want to make.
Yep.
And not be like, hey, make Call of Duty every year.
Yeah, we don't need that. I just want whatever first-person shooter Respawn winds up making.
I didn't need fucking Black Ops Cold War, and no one else did. Yeah, it's a fun game, but Warzone was doing just fine.
Yeah.
You could have let Rocksteady go and do anything else.
I wish. Yeah, no, Rocksteady. Treyarch.
Rocksteady's probably working on another Call of Duty right now, and they're still putting out Warzone content, so eat my ass.
Rocksteady does the Batman Arkham video games.
Fuck! Who am I thinking of?
Infinity Ward and Raven Software, I think.
Fuck! I was so off. Man. Let's get Turtle Rock Studios in there.
What was Turtle Rock again?
They're making Back for Blood.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's Turtle Rock.
Rocksteady is making the Suicide Squad things.
Yeah, well, they did the Batman one. So
I can't believe they quit making Suicide Squad so they could go make the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, using all their Suicide Squad tech.
Yeah. That doesn't really exist because we don't know what
we
the
don't
game
know what
actually
the
looks
game
like.
looks
Yeah. Who's
I hope
making
that
the
game's
other
good.
one?
Huh?
Who's making Arkham Knights?
WB Montreal. They did Arkham Origins.
The bad one.
Yeah, the worst one in 4 really good games.
The Uncharted one. The Yakuza 3.
The Gears of War Judgment.
So you're saying Gears 1, 2, and 3 is a really good game, or really good games then?
They're better than Judgment? Question mark.
Okay.
I don't know. I was trying to put it in normie words, Xbox gamer words for you to translate.
It's the Halo 5 of the Halo franchise.
No, because like that's a bad game.
Yeah,
It's like actively bad. I'm saying like it's the weakest of good ones.
I saw, you know that fucking clip from Avengers where Thanos is like, perhaps I was too hard on you?
Yeah.
People kept using that because Halo 4 came out on PC.
Yeah.
Or like it was the last game to be added to the MCC.
Yeah.
And it was like they hadn't played Halo 4, but since they played Halo 5.
Yeah.
Because Halo 4 was the next Xbox 360 game. So it was all these people like fucking
Perhaps
being
I was
like,
too hard
Halo
on Halo
4
4
and Halo 5 are garbage. They're the worst in the franchise. They
Yeah.
played 5 more recently. They go back and play 4 and they're like, perhaps I judged you too harshly.
Yeah. That's like the thing that Final Fantasy fans keep having to do. Mm-hmm. Because it's like before the old heads will be like, fucking 6 is the best one, and then like
7's where it went
seven's
downhill.
a step down, but it's still great. But then 8's fucking dog shit, and then it's like, people started to like 8 a little bit more, but that's become a more popular opinion nowadays over 20 years, right? And then like they did the same thing with 10, right? Is like 10 came out, it was critically successful, but Final Fantasy fans were like, this game's fucking shitty and bad, and it needs to be more like the other ones. And like everybody forgot that 9 came out because 10 came out the next year on the PS2. Fucking 9's great, and 9 is great.
Was
but
9
like
on the
10's pretty
PS1?
good. Yeah, 9's the third one on the PS1.
Man, wild.
Yeah, 9's great though. It's the best one. In my books. In my books, 9 and 6 are the best ones. And then like fucking 12, people were like, I don't like that 12's in the fucking tactics universe, and also I don't like the combat that's trying to be more like an MMO, and also blah blah blah, it's Star Wars. And then like, because it's the plot is just Star Wars in 12. But then like, people like 12 now, and like 13's kind of seeing the same thing, right? You got like your older heads, compared to 13, which I mean that game's super recent or whatever, pretty recent.
So it's like,
And
also
then,
it's kind of like how after the sequel trilogy came out for Star Wars,
people's like the prequels now.
people went back to the prequels and were like, oh, bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
2
like,
still sucks, but 1 and 3 maybe.
Yeah, well, because 1 is the kind of stupid that's fun, and 3 is like actually decent in my books. Like,
I think
it's a decent flick.
The part when they're on the fucking like the Coliseum at the end.
If 2,
Yeah,
the only memorable scene from the entirety
that's what I'm
of
saying.
Attack
That's
of the Clones.
whenever people were like 2 suck, and I'm like, I don't know, I think that movie's pretty good. I was literally thinking of just that final part.
Just that final part.
Yeah, but then I'm like, I go back and watch it. I'm like, oh, this is where the fucking Force pair is. Never mind.
The Force pair?
It's when Anakin is just hanging out with Padme because he's like supposed to protect her.
Yeah.
And he like fucking picks up a pair with the Force and like gingerly floats it over to her. But it's the most CG pair I've ever seen in my life.
That's funny.
And like, who the fuck is it? Natalie Portman like takes a fork and goes like to the pair really quickly and like sticks it in her mouth because clearly they didn't fucking animate anything onto the fork.
That's so funny.
And it just, everything they do is super fucking awkward and cringy.
Yeah, I mean that's also enjoyable in 2. It's just that it's less like memorable than 1.
It was more enjoyable in like 3.
Yeah.
But in 2 it was like, wow, this just sucks.
In 1 it's really funny because every line's dumb.
Yeah.
Are you an angel? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. But yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is some people love Final Fantasy 13 and they should. That's fine. and you're not wrong.
People
for
looking
liking
at Final Fantasy 13 after Final Fantasy 15 just came out.
No, that's not even how it is. Like, honestly, people are like, most people will probably tell you, like, overall 15's a better game than 13.
Yeah.
Like, even people who like 13 are probably going to be like, yeah, I mean, you know, blah, 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 or whatever.
I just hope 16's good.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
They're all good. None of them are bad, honestly, except 2. But 2 is the second one.
Also, it's 25 years old.
Yeah, like, 2, you only gain EXP by getting hit. So the way to cheese, by the way, the way to cheese that game is to get into a random battle, cast sleep on the enemy, and then have your guys hit your other guys.
Wow. Did you see the thing with the new speedrun tech for Dragon Quest 3?
What is it?
A guy, if the cartridge gets above a certain heat, it instantly levels up your character to level 99.
Yep.
So the guy was doing a speed run,
playing it on a fucking
on a hot plate. Yeah,
that's so good. And speaking of playing a video game on the hot plate, we're gonna have to cap this bad bitch off because now both of us are very hungry.
Oh yeah. I gotta go eat lunch.
All right. So thanks so much
5
for
p.m.
listening. We gave you an extra long boy, probably. I don't know. Actually, I'm not looking at the timer. But we gave you a little bit of an extra long one because we gave you a whole week off last week. If you want to see more of myself, I'm at The Media Hole on Twitter. I'm at youtube.com/N8SComedy. I am at The Media Hole on TikTok. I'm at twitch.tv/The Media Hole, where last week I streamed twice. It was very fun. The VODs are on the YouTube, but also on the Twitch. And then finally on my Tumblr, I'm at www.whenyourBallsGetStuckToYourLegs.tumblr.com.
Change your name.
If you want to find Ian, he is at StrugglesV on practically everything. He's recently come under fire for implying that everybody who's ever played a video game of Smash Bros. Is a pedophile.
That's you. You literally said that. This is now evolving from my hot takes to things you literally said this episode.
I make up your hot takes on the fly, Ian.
They're bad.
Remember that one time when I said you were Bella Thorne and you made an OnlyFans and made a bunch of money, but you didn't give anybody actually nudes, and then you ruined OnlyFans for people? That was fun. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. We'll see you in 2021, which is the year that we're recording this in. I don't know why I said it like that. But maybe this one will be a good one, eh? Peace.
Maybe you'll go back in time and fucking upload it on December 31st.